everybody, and welcome to Flavor House Network's Weekend Eats. I'm Casey, if you don't already know that, and I know my family that's always here every single weekend does. But for you new people, I'm the host here. Yes, I am, and I'm glad that you stopped by. Anywho, we're going to have a really good show today. I'm going to try something that I have been wanting to do for a while. Now, I know you may have had fried turkey before. That's a tradition for a lot of people. They put that big pot out back, they fill it up with oil, and they cook at their own risk. Anyway, I figured, hey, if you could do that, why can't I fry some turkey wings the same way you fry some chicken wings? You just have a bigger bite. So that's what we're going to be doing today. Also, we are going to be talking about iced coffee, beautiful assistant's favorite, okay, and iced tea versus each other, okay? Which one is more refreshing? Well, this is one I will sit out because, I don't want anything. Well, I like iced tea, but not the iced coffee stuff. So, I'm gonna lean towards the tea side for that one. Also, we're going to be talking about quick and easy desserts because, it's getting warm or whatever, but that doesn't mean you still don't have that sweet tooth. And you may not want to do some really hardcore baking or whatever, but I got some really quick and easy desserts you can whip right up and be a star with those sweet tooth people in your family. And of course, my home cooking story time, which is always interesting because I just got so much more to show you. Anywho, who I have here? Let me see. My eyes are a little cloudy. I don't know. I think, I need some more sleep. That's what it was. See, the bad thing is when I have the sleep, it makes me want more. So it's better when I don't. Anywho, you were saying what, beautiful assistant?
I was telling you who's here. Lois was here, but she stepped out for a little bit. And she's planning on coming back to rewatch, of course. We have Corey Campbell.
Hey there.
I'm right here.
Okay.
We have Teresa. We have Dwayne.
Hey, T. Hey, husband.
And we have the Cosmic King. And Perfectly Neat. And of course, Pamela. Good morning.
My sister. Good morning. Okay. And Vovo the Love, how are you? How was your week? Beautiful assistant, I'm just going to have to tell you, this coffee's cold.
Is it cold?
Yes. She saw the lineup, right? And she thought, self, maybe Casey, my mama, is going to try the ice. Not. I need my coffee to be H-O what? T. No, I want my coffee to be hot and hot. Okay, so.
Mm-hmm. Oh, let the thing do its thing for a minute.
And that's not. Okay, so one moment, you guys. You see the treatment I get?
You want me to make some?
Okay, no, I'm just going to stick it in the microwave and nuke it. You think I'm wasting this stuff? Waste not, want not. Okay, yeah. Okay, I guess that wasn't. Hold on, y'all. Let me heat this coffee. I took a sip of this coffee and it was like, ew.
Oh, well, I guess we see what side she's on.
Yes, I already told them the deal. They already know.
Volvo Love is here.
Okay, I'm gonna knock something down here.
Volvo Love is here. Hey, Cookie.
I know, because I already said it. You a day late and $1 short. I said, didn't I say hello to you, Volvo the Love? Yes, I did.
Did you say hello to Mr. Huckabee? Say good morning.
No, Miss Huckabee just came in, and how are you, Debbie? Okay, I'm bending down, y'all, because I had to get this thing. If you guys have a microwave, I hope you have these. They cover your plates and stops things from splashing in the good old microwave when people use it, that is. Anyway, I'm waiting for my coffee. That's what I'm trying to do. So, because unfortunately, because I said that I was doing iced coffee today, somebody thought I really was going to drink it. So, I'll tell you a funny story, though. My father would nurse one cup. He's no longer with us, but he would nurse one cup of coffee. Yeah, he probably do too. But for the most part, one cup of coffee all day. He'd just sitting there in the microwave. heating it up. I don't know what that stuff tasted like after 5 or 6 nukes. So when he did it, he would not get a fresh cup of coffee, and he drank, the coffee that you have to brew, in the house or whatever. He had some kind of coffee maker or something. But anyway, I just thought about that when I stuck it in the microwave, because you can do probably 1 nuke and it'll taste okay, at least for me. But I'm having a time trying to get up in this chair because y'all know my knee is jacked up, so it can't really bend that well. So I'm trying to get up in this chair. So don't mind me sitting here struggling with no help. It's just not working. Okay, I'm going to fix this again. Okay, this is how we're going to do it. We're going to do this. You put one foot in front of the... Okay, I'm digressing to Christmas animation. Those of you who remember those Frosty the Snowman shows and things like that during Christmas time, I used to love them. Anyhow, so what we're going to do, I tell you, I have to laugh at myself. Sometimes I say, self, you're a riot. Anyhow, we're going to be looking at the ingredients, which are minimal. We're just going to soup it up. We're going to make it taste really good. And I will tell you this, what I did, because turkey can be a little drier than chicken. So we had to plump it up. We had to moisten it up. And we did our dry brine. And with our Lowry's, that's going to be used too, our Adolph's meat tenderizer, we sprinkled a little on it, kept it in a freezer bag overnight. So it should be nicely brined and ready for seasoning. And we're going to lightly flour it and we're going to fry it up. And we're going to see, maybe we need to be. I'm going to tell you like this. At the prices that I paid for those turkey wings, I don't know how often I'm going to do the big wings. But hey, I tried. I realized that I need to drive far away from here to go and get some turkey wings, because 38 miles from me, the turkey wings were $4.99 a pound. Where I live, they were $6.79 a pound. Same brand, same turkey wings, even the same store. Can you figure? I couldn't wrap my head around that one. Anyhow, let's take a little sip, everybody. Okay, now that's good because it's nice and hot. I find when it's hot, the flavors just kind of erupt. It is for me. Yes. And I hope it was a Folgers commercial, my sister. Yes, I hope it was that one, because maybe that'll pay me more money. Anyway, beautiful assistant, are you ready? Yes. We are going to be showing you the little things that we're going to be using. And then I'm going to get over here and I'm going to season up this meat. And we're going to begin. And I'm wondering, is my screen cloudy or is it just me? Because I tell you, my eyes feel like I have little clouds just floating across them.
Nope, looks good to me.
That is real. This is how we do it right here. That coffee's good now. I was about to say, Folgers, I'm about to quit you. That didn't make me happy at all. At all. Okay, so she's bringing everything but the kitchen sink. I thought she was just going to do that like that from over there. Okay, so as you see, we see everything I tend to get tends to be pale in the beginning, right? So when I tell you guys to look at this stuff, it's like 50 shades of white and the glare and everything else. But anyway, these are pretty big. So you say, will this work? I'm telling you, I'm gonna make it work. It's gonna be good. But anyway, I had it in the refrigerator overnight, so they have a nice amount of moisture, and the moisture is held in with the dry brine. So that's the first step. So I have about maybe 2.5 pounds, about 2.5 pounds of these turkey wings. You can do more, you can do less. Okay, she's giving me flour. Of course, I'm using some flour, regular flour. Just store brand. It doesn't matter if it's self-rising or if it's all-purpose, whatever flour you have. If you want to do the dip in the wash and breadcrumbs and all those things, that's you. I don't do all of that when I do my chicken and I do my frying, because I still want to know that there's some chicken or turkey or whatever I'm frying underneath that nice little crust. So I do a light crust. You get all of the dynamics, all of the seasonings, but you know that you're not just eating a nicely seasoned crust and nothing else. Okay, of course, I have my Sazon in my little shaker bottle. I have some black pepper. I have some garlic powder. I have some low sodium Lowry seasoned salt, which will be just a tad. I have, of course, because you know we like to spice things up here, and you can omit some nice cayenne pepper. I don't have celery celery flakes, because I'm not using that. That's for the next time. That's for the next meal. Okay. Yeah, because you know you don't want to have no big hard celery flakes. Flakes. No. Okay, I got the hiccups now. Okay, some onion powder. And of course, some Casey's Blessing, like I said, which is going through construction. I'm trying to decide what color label I'm going to use before I go pay my money. And of course, some paprika. So pretty simple. And you can add extra things if you want. You can delete if you want. However you want to do it. I find this combination is really tasty. And I think it'll be really good on the chicken wings. So that's going to be that. So, yeah. She keeps telling me, stop saying chicken. Stop saying chicken. That lets you know that I don't even fry no turkey wings. Okay. But we go, the turkey. I'm sorry, Mr. Turkey, because she said earlier, you calling Mr. Turkey chicken? And he's probably saying, ain't nobody running behind the chicken trying to kill him on Thanksgiving. So, yeah, she's, excuse me, Mr. Turkey. I'm sorry. Okay. I don't eat you that often. Okay. Because you're too expensive. So, turkey. I say tomato. It's a bird, right? But you know what? They are different than chickens because they can fly. I think I told you guys that story where one day it was around Thanksgiving time. It wasn't quite Thanksgiving a few years ago. And I looked across the street and there must have been 20 wild turkeys walking around across the street in my neighbor's front yard, just walking. And I'm like, how did they get here? And then they all just took off and flew. I said, I couldn't believe it. You can tell I'm a city girl. Don't laugh at me, y'all. You know, the only birds that we ever saw were pigeons. So, yeah, like, you know, I've been living out here. I've seen a whole lot of stuff I didn't know existed. For real. What did you say? You thought it was chicken wings at first? No, Volvo. Don't they look good? No, but that's what they look like when you finish. They're turkey wings. Yes. You know I gotta be special and different. But they look like that. Yeah, on the thumbnail. That's how, because I'm gonna do them just like you do regular chicken. So before I do that, I'm gonna talk about this iced coffee versus the iced tea. What do you guys think? So I know the consensus here. I know people here like iced coffee. I know my husband likes it. Beulah's sister, that's all she drinks. I don't know if she ever drank hot coffee before.
I do, but I know this for me. You said the flavor is pop for you and it's hot for me. So it's opposite. And see, a lot of the flavoring that I like the frappuccinos from Starbucks and stuff like that.
See, I don't care for all the frou-frou. I really don't care for frou-frou coffee. I just got to the point where I will drink hazelnut creamer. Because, you know, when I say basic, drink coffee like that, you know, yeah. I would just put some Coffee Mate creamer in. Well, I used to use the powder one until I saw how many carbs was in it. And I would, you know, I just use the and some Splenda. But now I don't even use the Splenda. Literally, goodness, it's been almost a year now. So, and I don't miss it one bit because it's like the more I don't use sweeteners, the more I realize that a lot of the things that we eat when I taste it already is sweet. You know, go figure. But anyway, so why people like iced coffee? Okay, let me see why. Because, you know, I didn't even read what I wrote. Okay. I'm like, why do they love it? Okay, they say that it delivers a strong, bold flavor for coffee lovers. Well, maybe I'm not a true coffee lover. I'm a instant Folgers coffee lover. I love the kind of coffee I love. Okay, they say perfect caffeine kick for energy on hot days. Okay, I can get with that, the caffeine. Okay, can be customized with creamers, syrups, or cold foam. Why iced tea stands out. Now, I can get with a little iced tea. I'm going to tell you, and I'm playing again. I don't want lemon in my iced tea. I want it brewed very strong and it just, a little sugar or whatever, sweetener. Pour it over some ice. I'm great. I don't need all these different flavors. I don't need any lemons floating around in it. No. And it needs to be Earl Grey black tea or the Earl Grey green tea. Those are the two that I will drink. However, they're saying, okay, it is naturally lighter. It's refreshing. Less caffeine unless you grab a strong, I said a black tea, or they said, or that matcha stuff that they use. Okay. Which one really cools you down though? Iced tea typically hydrates better, has a lighter mouth feel, and I can understand that because it would be a little heavier. I would think it just tastes with the cream and stuff because, like I said, I don't have to have cream. You don't normally put cream in iced tea, so it would feel a little lighter in the mouth, and I guess it would make you feel cooler. What do you think, beautiful assistant? You've had both things. I don't know.
I mean, I'm kind of biased. I personally really enjoy the flavoring. Like, do you feel like the flavoring is more intense for you and it's hot for you? Really?
Yeah, for me. Because but
I'm
saying I'm talking about when you drink iced tea.
Oh, versus.
Good morning, Jerome. How are you?
Well, for iced tea, I actually like that hot. Well, I prefer my tea hot, which is weird. Right?
Okay, y'all. I know y'all saying, did I drop her on her head when she came up? Yeah, I did a couple of times.
Oh, okay. Well, the truth shall be revealed.
a couple of times. Yeah, I did. Oh, but anyway,
cream. I put cream in my coffee. That's why I like it.
No, but I'm saying does it when you drink it, does it seem more refreshing, the coffee, or if you had iced tea?
Coffee, of course.
She thinks the coffee is more refreshing. Okay, contrary to what everybody polled on it says. Okay, so that head drop. Anyway.
I'm special.
And then she confirms. All right. Anyway, so okay. Anyway, about the iced tea. So it can be infused with fruits. And like I said, they have raspberry tea and lemon and herbs and peach and all those things, all those cooling vibes. This is what they're saying. I am not committing to one or the other because I do like, I'm not even telling you a tale. I don't want no iced coffee, period. You can give me some teas. I will take iced tea. Yes, I will. Okay. Jerome, iced tea over coffee. You rather have iced tea over coffee? Over the iced coffee. Okay, I got you because I know the way you drink coffee, you are not giving that love up. You talk about when it's cold. Me too, Jerome. That's how I feel. Okay, so they're saying the iced tea typically hydrates you better. Okay, iced coffee gives you energy boost, but it can feel heavier because of the cream and the sugar. Well, if you don't use sugar, it won't be heavy. Huh? How about that? Okay, pro tip. Okay, on hot summer days, tea wins as the pure refreshment. Ta-da! Okay, when you need a mental boost, though, with a chill vibe, you want to have her stuff, iced coffee. So basically, to each his own. I'm gonna tell you, they don't advertise. When you see commercials and you're talking about a hot day and somebody says, "Here, you want a cup of tea, iced tea?" They'll say, "Here, you want a cup of iced coffee?" No, they don't say that because they know the tea is more refreshing. Okay, that's what I say. Anywho, let me get on over here and start seasoning this chicken. Here, I did it again. Turkey. I'm gonna put a rubber band on it. Pop my hand. Turkey. Let's say it together. Turkey. Stop. Turkey. That's because we eat so much chicken in this house. It's like there is no other bird.
Chicken's brother. Cousin.
That's chicken's bruzzin'. That's what it is. Chicken's bruzzin'. Bruzzin'. Bro cousin. Okay, let me get over here, y'all.
I can't believe y'all like tea.
Yes, tea.
Hold on. Because when I was growing up, all you used to drink was coffee.
Yes, but I didn't drink it cold. He didn't say he liked tea more than coffee.
So we're just saying.
He's saying when it's cold, and I feel him with that because, yeah, you can do whatever you want to that coffee. When I tasted that cold coffee, and it wasn't cold, it was just, room temperature or something. I don't know what that was. It was like somebody had hit me with a brick. I'm like, whoa, no.
Wow.
I'm gonna have to quit you. For real.
I wonder how it would have been with Nescafe.
It would have been even worse if I had that espresso. Oh my goodness. I probably would have shed a tear. I'm trying to kind of bring this to you guys. Listen, I know I'm being extra, okay? But there are a few things that I require in life, and one of them is a hot cup of coffee, okay? That's all I say. So, let me get over here, and I'm going to...
John Turkey, remember that statement. That's one way to remember.
Who is that, Jerome?
Of course.
Okay, whatever, Jerome. Yes, I can't remember all that
John
stuff.
Turkey.
Okay, you really are taking it back, aren't you? Let me get a piece of foil and put it on here.
Oh, we
Yes.
didn't pull out the oil.
Yes, and of course we need oil. I did think that in my head just now, and I was going to do that once I put the foil. I'm going to put 2 pieces of foil. You know why? Because them turkey wings are huge, and my counter needs to be fully covered. So let me do that.
Here you go.
Okay, so we're going to be using some canola oil. Oh, this thing is heavy.
Okay.
Can you sit that over there on the other side?
You want me to pour?
No, not yet. We're going to be using some canola oil because, as I said, I'm rolling with the avocado oil. But see, when you're doing a lot of oil, and I will be doing a little bit more than I normally do for my chicken wings because, of course, these are bigger. I'm not going to deep fry it, but I'll be using more oil. So, but I've been using the avocado oil. Yes, I have. Okay.
Yes, matching Lulu's again. That's the
yes,
Jerome. Yes.
Yes, Jerome. Yes, exactly. Okay, let's just get this over with now, Jerome. Cause see, Okay, y'all see my nails? Okay, DC. Okay, that's the nails for today. Now we can get past all this. Anywho. Oh, beautiful sister, come show them yours too, so we can get past the.
Gotta do a little quick.
This has become the Moo fashion show. Okay, the Moo fashion show. Just show them your nails.
I don't have none.
Oh,
natural.
Okay, she had some nails the other day.
I did, and then it was like.
And then she didn't. Okay, so I'm just blowing her spot everywhere.
Some later.
Okay, so I'm gonna put some here and put some right here because I want to protect my counter. But anyway, like I was saying about the avocado oil, it's so expensive until I use it. I'm very, very frugal with it. Put it that way, because I'm not in the mindset of spending exorbitant amount of money for things. I really am not if I don't have to. So I'm gonna put this on here. I hate working with flour. I really do. That's like one of I really don't. I mean, it gets a good result, but I really hate working with flour. What else can you do? So let me put this on here. Okay, get this over here. You know what? I think I'm gonna have to turn my AC down. I am freezing. I am literally freezing. So one moment. She's over there with a heated blanket on.
Oh, not heated, just regular.
No, she got regular. Okay, so just a minute, y'all. I gotta turn my air conditioner down because woo.
Oh, and Jerome also asked, where did you get your turkey wings or turkey legs for the turkey wings? Turkey wings. Oh, where did you get it from?
Giant. But Giant, where I live, like I said, I think I was telling you the other day, 38 miles from me. Okay, the Giant had it for $2-3 less. I use the Instacart. So I could have gone there, but I'm like, why would I go to Giant 38 miles away and probably wait until now today or whatever? But no, it'll take that long. But I'm saying I would have to shop a lot of other things there. So I ate it. And I ate the cost because I really have been holding off on dealing with turkey wings. I used to buy turkey wings a lot, but like I said, I'm feeding 7 people. So one little pack of turkey wings with 4 or 5 in them, That ain't hitting on nothing up in this house. So I have to be strategic, just like I really want some oxtails. But I want to spend $150 on a bunch of bones. I want to get some more beef neck bones. Y'all remember when I cooked them? They were magnifique and they were inexpensive. But I had to go 50 miles in order to get them. So
I love some good neck bones, man.
yeah, maybe I'll make some pork neck bones. Now they're a little easier to get. They're not, it's not really easy, but they're easier than the beef ones. But I like the beef ones. They were really good. Just bear with me, y'all. I'm just trying to turn this AC down because my hands are cold and everything's cold, and I can't. Arthur and Ritus don't like it. Okay. And of course, my husband, the one that Mr. Technology, everything. If one of these computerized things or whatever he has, or everything hooked up to around here, if it goes out, we're gonna be in trouble. We probably won't be able to get out the house. I'm just saying. Okay, so I'm just gonna take it up just a little bit, once I start moving around, I guess I'm freezing. I'm just telling you. All right, so now that I've done that, let me go back over here, y'all, over here. All right, so let me get some flour because you want to put some flour. I like to put mine in a freezer bag because I just don't like all the mess. But there are a lot of different methods you can do when you want to flour your turkey wings or anything that you are frying in that manner. However, I do my freezer bags, and so I'm going to put, let's see how many I got there. I will probably put either 2 to 3 cups of flour in there. I don't like to do a lot because, like I said, then you got to toss it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to have a heavy coating on those turkey wings. If you look at the thumbnail, the way that looks, that's how much coating it's getting. Okay, that's it. So I'm going to put some of this flour in here because these wings are big. I probably will do the 3 cups. And I'm going to put this in here because I'm going to season the flour up once I season up the meat. So let me see. Yeah, that's about 3 cups. So let me get this closed back up. I'm doing it over my sink. So if any residue from the flour gets to flying all over the place, it'll hit the sink and I can rinse it out. Okay, so I got that out the way. Let me close this back up. Get my flour. See this flour here? So yeah, about 3 cups for what I have. You don't have to do that for you. But like I said, these wings are pretty big. So let's put this away. And we'll go back over here. So I have my flour. I have not seasoned it yet. I'm going to take my ring off because, dealing with salmonella, y'all. And while I'm over here, let me get a little sip.
Yeah.
Yes, because I'm going to drink all this coffee today, for real. I drank the one last week, so y'all didn't even give me my props.
I did.
That's good. Okay, so let me get back over here. Let me take the turkey wings out and see what we cook it with. Now, I cut I have flats, and flats usually have tips. So I would tell you that usually I will cut them. A lot of times they will come with the tips connected. So when I'm baking them, I just bake the whole thing. Well, I see the tips are separate. Did you cut them off?
Some of them were.
Okay, so she's saying they came in the pack. Some of the tips were like by themselves. They had already taken them apart. And then some of them were connected. So some of these have the connecting.
Yeah,
some of them.
I couldn't. Some of them I had a hard time getting it all the way off. Like they had kind of.
Did you cut it?
Well, I tried that sister wouldn't let me.
Okay.
So I was going to use the knife when you took it off.
Okay, so we got some with tips on and some without. I'm taking the tips off because I want it to be even.
Oh, you didn't want the tips?
No, I want the tips off. I'm going to fry them because I like tips.
That's what I thought.
I've never had them fried, but when I bake them, with the tips is the thing for me. But I'm not going to try to put the tip and the flat in this pan because we'll be doing one at a time. So I will be cutting this off. I didn't know I had to do that labor.
Okay. Oh, you don't. I can do it.
Okay, so let's see what
actually, you know what? I thought you wanted to have one that was fully fried.
No, I don't want it like that. Nope.
Okay.
And plus, this will fry faster, guys, Okay, I'm gonna give you just an example of how I'm gonna show you. Okay, you see how big this thing is? Like a Fred Flintstone wing. Okay, so frying it like this is going to be quicker. Frying it like this, I got to worry about the joints getting, done inside the joints. I can just cut it, so I'm cutting it. Okay, you can fry it like this if you want. If you want to deep fry it, you can drop the whole thing in there. But you know what? I'm a pan fry kind of girl. So I figure, even though we don't have a lot of these, they're so huge. I'm not going to eat a whole one of these things now. I don't know what my husband makes it, because he's sitting up there. Oh, he sounded like Homer Simpson. Oh, I'm not eating anything until those get done. I'm like, okay. You know he's telling them lies, right? Because he's up there snacking right now. I already know it. Okay, so let me see. I need to get that apart. Move these. Oh, look at this mess. At these prices, should my tip look like this, y'all? Look at this. It's talking. It's talking.
Hey, the Catman.
Hey there, Catman. How are you? Good morning. We are frying up some turkey wings. See, I remembered. Okay, so my turkey wing is talking to me. I'm not feeling that. Okay, I'm going to try to cut. It's only one that has its, no, two of them have the tip on it. Okay, so let's see what we can do. I'm going to do, I think I was going to get, maybe I'll get the green knife. The green knife that I have is really, really sharp. So let me get this in the garbage. This little knife is something else. And so you have to cut it at the joint. And that's what I'm going to do. Because Beautiful Assistant just has an issue with my new pair of kitchen scissors. Yeah. I don't know what the problem is because they work hard for me. So I'm going to wash this knife off. And then I'm going to try to cut this with this part of this wing tip off of here. Because I think probably in my skillet, I may be able to get 3 in there. Because remember I told you guys, you're not to crowd your skillets when you're frying. Because if you crowd it, then it's going to lower the temperature of the oil. So you want to give everybody some wing room, so to speak. Okay, so I just dried this off over here. And let me just keep this because I will have to sit on here. Let's see if I can get to the joint of the matter. So I'm going to go in here. Okay. And boy, yep. I'm going to still need my scissors because I need to cut through the skin. All right. So scissors, where are you? I don't see you. I don't see my scissors. I don't see them. I don't see them.
Are they invisible?
They're not invincible. Okay. And I don't want to touch my utensils over here because I got a little turkey jerky on my hand.
Okay.
Okay, I don't see them over here.
I will search for your scissors.
Well, y'all know I got limited time that I can be standing here because, my leg is crying now.
I don't know how you missed it.
It's like, I told you my eyes are cloudy. I can't see. Okay, can you go that away from me? Thank you very much.
Sure,
everything's black over here. The scissors are black. They got them upside down. I am cloudy. Okay.
Well, generally, you want to have the handle side up.
Okay, I don't know. She's talking trash now.
I'm just saying.
Because you can. Okay. So let me see with these scissors. See if I can get this to go through here. There you go. See, everybody does what I say. Okay, so I really need a cutting board, but I'm going to try not to have to do that. So I'm going to try to fill the joint in here and cut this, or I may have to get my big old Ginzu knife and you do that because these are huge. See, you can do that with a chicken wing, but let's see. I don't want to break it. I may have to get the bigger knife. Now I see why she didn't do it.
I ain't want to mess up your turkey.
Okay, yeah, because she get to being Jason.
They call me Jason.
Jasonetta. Call him
Yeah.
Jasonetta.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm seeing this. It's really
That's
attached
a very
here.
angry leg.
No, I just need a better knife, a bigger knife, because I'm at the joint.
Is it oh, okay, you are cutting.
What you say?
I was just checking.
Listen,
Nothing.
you know what?
I was just checking.
She trying to be funny on here.
Are
you cutting with the right side?
I was just checking.
Whatever. Well, my hands are full of turkey now.
Yeah.
So, see, this is causing this to take too long. This is why I like to pre-do this stuff so I don't look stupid on TV. Okay, but she got me looking all kind of crazy here and showing my knives are not sharp, because this is not working. It really is not working. This doggone wing tip one.
I did not want to break your wing.
Okay, well, it's getting broke. It just got broke because because I can't.
It was like cutting up.
Yeah, I don't want to cut my foil. That's what I'm trying not to do.
Why don't you use your hands of the red cutting thingy over there?
No, that's dirty. I need a clean one.
I can wash it.
Okay. So yeah, it's not even letting me get through the joint. This thing is that it's coming, y'all. I broke it. I broke him down. It's coming. Just bear with me. Okay. Usually you can get it right at the joint. I don't know why. Maybe it has arthritis.
Yeah, you spend your whole life running from trying to get eaten.
Okay, there you go. I got it. I just hadn't hit that sweet spot in the joint.
So you don't even need this anymore.
Yeah, I don't need it. I got another one coming though. So yeah, I got two of these I got to fight with. Okay, so we're almost there. This is ridiculous how hard this is to cut this. And these knives are sharp. And that's why I'm trying to be very careful because we don't want to see any bloodshed here.
Oh, here you go.
Okay, so now I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to get through the rest of it. This should not be this hard. Just trust me. This thing got some tough tendons and stuff. Holding this little tip together. It's like
it's fighting back from the
it's fighting back because it does
beyond.
not want to be fried. But I'm frying you anyway. So here we go.
And that's after meat tender.
Yeah. Well, it's not the meat. It's trying to get it right at the joint at the bone. And yeah, I think I missed it.
Oh.
You got to get the joint. You have to get it at the joint, y'all. And when you get it at the joint to cut it, it's easy sailing. But when you don't, you have this dynamic going on. And trust me, I do know how to cut up a bird because that's all we ever did. When I was young, we had whole chickens. So there were no chicken parts. I don't even know if they sold chicken parts. If they did, we didn't get that from the butcher. We got whole chickens. And most everybody I know back in those days had whole chickens, so they knew how to cut a chicken up. So, ta-da! Got it off.
Yay.
Now I got to do the next one. Oh, Lord. Let's see. Let's bring this over here. Now I'm tired. Okay, let's try this one. This one's a little, and look at, the quality of this stuff is just a shame. I'm looking at this and I have an issue with bruised stuff. And I'm like, okay, trauma turkey again. So let's try to find the joint because the reason why I can't find the joint because the doggone thing probably been all broke up and hurt up. And yeah, it's hard to find the joint on this one too. This is crazy. I'm sitting here looking at the joint, but the joints seem to be swollen. So turkeys can get arthritis too, huh? Okay. Okay, because it's going to make me physically break it again. And I don't want to have to do that. Okay, so. Can't do nothing until we get these wingtips off, so bear with me. Come over here and dance and sing for my family, please. This beautiful assistant. I'm sitting over here.
Does the turkey have arthritis? It might.
I don't know, but that's what it looked like. I can't. It's not coming down.
I cut the turkey and you dance because I'm not good at the.
I'm not dancing and singing. I can't sing. I
so
can't dance.
More to show you.
No, I'm showing them too much now. That you should have cut these things. You should have cut these things off of here. Have me up here struggling.
I'm sorry. Look, no, she ain't gonna have me up here on the live calling me Jason Netta. Okay, I tried.
No,
some of them came off. I thought first two things.
Know that I tried to do the do. You didn't do it.
I did do it. That's why there's only two.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot. But guess what? First of all, I didn't know she was gonna cook it whole. Because you gotta for presentation purposes.
No.
Did
you see any old turkeys? Did y'all see any old turkeys on my thumbnail? No.
Just saying. I'm just being safe. Just sorry.
Yeah, she did.
Because you can't un-Jason Netta the turkey if you do
messing
it.
up my foil. Yeah, that's not working for me. Okay, because I'm over here, Jack. Boy, you take it. I don't have to do bleeps, bloopers, and blunders. I got it right here on the show. This is a shame.
It just adds an extra layer of
I'm not trying to hear this noise. This is ridiculous. Oh my goodness. Oh, turkey, you. I'm sitting. Anybody got a hatchet anywhere? An axe?
Oh, who's Jason at it now?
Okay, yeah.
That sounds real Jason.
Dong, 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 yeah. Is anyone home? Anyone there? Don't you hate those horror movies? If you got the call out in that house, is anybody there? Do you really want to go in and find out?
For real.
Now, 911, can you come and see if anyone's here?
Here's strange noise growling from the other room. Let me go check that out real quick.
No, I love the one.
I'll go that way.
I love it when it's the couple and they're in the bedroom, right? And one wakes up because they hear the noise. And so they get up and go get a bat or something. And the other one's in the bed. Charles goes away, go down there, he don't come back. Here go Sally. Charles! Charles! I'm not going to be screaming for Charles. If Charles left and I didn't hear nothing, guess who's going the other direction? Then I'll be I'm not going to go in the same pot Charles in. I'm going to go call for help.
A unit. You gotta struggle together. Struggle together.
Yeah, now we won't do that one,
Bro, that leg is
I'm sitting here and do you see the joint?
I do. It's broken.
It's oh my God! Oh, this is horrible. I cannot get through this.
The struggle is real right now. You sure you don't want me to help?
No.
Okay.
But you could have helped before now.
But see, now that because I could be the beautiful assistant. This is what the beautiful assistant does.
I would be on national. I ain't on the way yet. Okay. I would be on national TV looking like a nut.
You don't look like a nut.
Yes, I do. Ask them. Do I look like a nut or what?
Does she look like a nut? Tell her she don't. I'm telling you.
Don't side with her. Tell the truth.
She don't.
Tell her how T.I. is.
This is part of the process.
And no. It ain't really.
Part of the cooking process.
You gotta go through this. Unless you truly just want to.
I did most of them.
Okay, because I'm also trying to save the integrity of the thing.
See. You know? Oh, so exactly what I was worried about.
Doesn't look all beat up and jacked up. They already look beat up and jacked up from the factory where they came from.
Yeah. Right.
Okay, honey, you have to let me. You just let go.
Let it go.
Just let go. I can't believe this thing. Oh my goodness.
Even with the special
with two sharp knives and it's holding on.
That's just
that little bone. That's not a tendon. That's a bone. That's a piece of the joint.
Hey! Release.
Whew, I feel like I just worked out, y'all. And now I got to get another piece of foil because I done cut the foil off.
Don't do that. Don't do that, Jerome.
Another piece of foil. What did Jerome say?
Give that foil. I wasn't there. Do that.
Oh, you got jokes, okay? Okay, keep it up. Keep it up, Jerome.
What you want me to pull?
I just need a piece this big. 4 hours later, forget you.
It's gonna be 4 hours and it's
Let me tell you something. My mantra is a song called Optimistic by Sounds of Blackness. You can look it up. Okay. And in one part of it, it says these words: never say die. I don't do that. I don't give up. Ever.
Never, ever.
Okay. So now that we have all the pieces of the puzzle, let's move that. Give me that fresh piece of foil.
Turkey said, "I'm gonna make you work for you."
Yeah, turkey gonna make me. Turkey better taste good after all this. Okay, put that down on me. I don't want to touch anything, y'all, because I gotta wash my hands. And not doing any cross contamination. Safety in the kitchen is very important. I don't see a lot of it. A lot of times with people. Okay, Jerome, what you say? 2 sharp knives, scissors, and what?
Yeah.
A blowtorch. You trying to be funny? You think I don't have a blowtorch? Let me show you. I'm getting ready to show you.
Oh, it don't have no
Okay.
Essentially, we don't have it.
Okay, well, we have a blowtorch, but of course, in my lovely kitchen, nothing ever works. So there's no butane in the blowtorch.
But we still have one.
Okay, yeah. But I can't prove it's a blowtorch because guess what? I can't show you.
No blowtorch. Yeah.
Okay, I can't show you. So yeah. But anyway, I do have a blowtorch, Jerome. Now,
Wait.
let me wash my hands.
Look, it's a blow. Wait. Are you supposed to get from the side? See, look. Woo. It's a blowtorch. See, you don't know it's not.
I have to have my grill master refill it for me. Because that is how the blowtorch is how she used all the butane up, burning all the hairs off.
I didn't even get to use it for that. It was already empty.
Okay, so what did you take the hairs off with? She used a lighter. Okay, this is what I'm gonna tell you like this because y'all know that the kind of stove I have here. I have a glass top stove. It's an induction stove, oven, glass top, and I don't have flame. And you do not want to cook any kind of chicken, any kind of fowl, any kind of poultry. If you know, like I know, then you better get that hair off. Okay, and I'm not cooking you if you're not clean. Okay, so
even the hairs were resistant.
Yeah, so you and with turkey, especially when you're looking at the wings, they have, and I don't want to touch it again, but on the turkey wings they have like these little wrinkles along the side of the wing part. You know, like your arm wing there. You know, and in that is where they have the quills. The feather quills, the little heart part that holds the feather together that goes in like their pores. Don't think because you don't see a feather that there may not be a quill inside. There is a quill inside and you don't want to eat that. So you have to burn off the hairs. I don't care how you do it. Let me tell you something. If I didn't have a lighter, I'd take some matches. I would take whatever I could find and I burn those hairs off. Because the thing I hate, and the reason why I don't eat chicken from the Chinese restaurant, I don't care which one you go to, they got hairs and feathers. I'm not eating that. I'm sorry. If I want to eat a bird with the feathers and the hairs, I'll go out in the woods and get one for free. I'm not going to pay $10 for 3 wings and they still can fly. So, you know, I have a short on my channel on how to clean chicken wings. It's really cute, but that's what I do. And before my husband bought me the torch, which is the bomb. I wish it had some butane in it. You'd be like, wow, she uses that? Yes, I do. And it's so effective when you don't have a gas stove. But when I had a gas stove, the old way is to hold your chicken wings or your whatever thing you're trying to burn over the flame and just burn it like that. But, you know, technology. So I do have a torch. Jerome, thank you. That deserves some coffee. Uh-huh. That was a workout. Yeah, I showed him the torch, but you can't get the real effect until you see the fire.
Yeah, I showed him some fire too.
Oh, some fire came out?
No.
She didn't show them fire.
I did. I showed him fire.
You just said there's some fire come out of it.
No. You the lighter.
What did he say? And you in there, not, what he say? You are in there, not there for flavor. Okay, Jerome, are you really drinking coffee or is there some additive that I don't know about? I'm just saying. All right, y'all. Let me stop playing with y'all. Okay, so let me get this over here out the way. And throw this paper away. And then I'll lay this chicken out and season it. So when I season my not chicken, turkey, when I season anything, okay, when I do the seasoning, I always start from the inside, not the outside. It's just me. You can do it either way you want to. I just have rituals. So I'm going to lay it out flat. The turkey. Be like, this lady don't even know what she's cooking. Sometimes you never know. And I'm going to lay it out flat like that. So I got good, so it's I got 5 good giant pieces here. And I'm going to tell you, if this does what I wanted to do, which I know it's going to do, you're not going to be able to eat. This will take up, I guess, like if you're doing like 3 regular chicken wings or whatever. Yeah, it's pretty big. So you really don't need a whole lot of it. And then
I got a gas stove, so I burn my wing old stove.
Exactly. Well, see, I don't have a gas stove, Jerome. That's Jerome.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a gas stove, Jerome. Everything in this house is electric. This is the electric company. Everything is electric. But I didn't just get it that way. It came that way. You know, it came that way. It did come that way, though. It came that way. And so I'm good. I'm good with the electricity. And when the electricity go out, guess what? I have beautiful assistant out there on that bike, and she just does her exercise out back because we got a homemade generator, and we just let her pedal. That's it.
Oh my God.
Listen. I got 7 people in my house, y'all. They got to do something for being able to be here. So they just take turns and they pedal.
And I'm beautiful, and I'm an accessible.
Uh-huh.
There you go.
That and your beauty.
That's 3 things.
What?
That was 3 things.
What 3 things?
I exist, I'm beautiful, and I'm the assistant.
Tell that to somebody who want to hear that story.
3.
Okay. See, in my life, you got to exist for a purpose. Okay. So, the purpose is... The purpose is...
Jerome.
The purpose is to do the things that I need you to do.
I have to be beautiful.
Okay. And see, I gave you something. I gave you the beauty so you can assist.
Hey!
See? Look at that.
So
how good am I? So now,
Jerome asked a question.
What did Jerome say?
Was that Shady Brook turkey?
Yes, it was. It could have been Joe Smo, Calimaco, as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, that's the only one they had is Shady Brook Farm. And I will tell you, Shady Brook Farm, the reason why I really patronize them, I will tell you this. Their products, they are quite clean. They are quite clean. I've never had...
I'm about to say, they really were.
Yeah, they are quite clean already. So they do a good job of cleaning. So it's not a whole lot of cleaning, but I'm just not going to trust nothing. You will never, ever see me take something out of a pack. If I have it in a pack and you see me take it out and just cook it, that it ain't that kind of party up in this piece. You just need to know. Maybe you can call me what you want. You can call me overcautious. Tell me, you're being extra. At least when you come to this extra person's house and you have a meal, you know that you can feel secure that you are going to be eating the cleanest stuff you ever did put in your mouth. Okay? I don't do dirty. Sorry. So, we have our meat turned to one side, so we're going to begin with the seasoning. And remember, I may put a little pinch of salt in my flour because we don't go really heavy with the 8-ounce meat tenderizer, but remember, it does have a sodium component, so you don't want to go overly heavy. This is why everything I have that I'm seasoning with either is low sodium or Sazon, no sodium. So you may have to look a little harder to find, and I'm going to tell you like this. See, this is what I've been finding. Since COVID, and they had all that problem getting deliveries, quote unquote, what they said, reason why they raised the prices of the food. Well, since I've seen this, a lot of things haven't gone back to the same. I used to be able to go to the same grocery store and get everything that I normally get. Hence is why I do Instacart, because it's not like that now. So I will work a full week. My husband and I will leave early in the morning on Saturday, and we wouldn't get home until 4:00 in the afternoon. It was like going to work every day, every Saturday, because we had to go to this store for that store for this. It was an all-day project. Do you really want to have to do that after working all week long? No. So for a mere pittance, and it's a pittance when you think about it, all the gas that I had to spend going 50 miles here, 5 miles there, 2 miles here, over here, the hour I got to sit and wait for my husband to go get 2 things. Yes, Jerome. You just looked up, if there was any sales on turkey giant $4.99 a pound. Yes, but it depends on where you are. That's what I'm doing, is telling them. I don't think you were in here. In Instacart, it showed the giant 38 miles from me at $4.99 a pound. But the one up here where I live was $6.99 or $6.49 a pound. Same giant store. But because of where the area is, it's less money. Now, if it wouldn't cost me so much, I'm going to drive 38 miles away to get 1 pack of turkey wings or 2 pack. No. I'm just not going to eat them that often. And I'm doing this just for y'all. Okay. So if you can get some turkey wings cheaper, you need to mail me some. How about that? Or I'll meet you halfway and you buy them and I'll meet you. Because I am telling you. Yeah. So these better be everything I want. So anyway, I'm going to go on And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to hit this with my Casey's Blessing, and you can use whatever all-purpose seasoning you want, or some people just like salt and pepper. You know I layer my flavors, so these things are really optional. I say use these layers because you're going to have a different dynamic. My favorite word. Okay, so layer. So I'm going to put some Casey's Blessing on this side, and I'm really going to bless it. And I'm going to make sure that every piece is kissed, because I'm going to tell you, if you leave anything undone, and I found like this. A perfect example. We bought a rotisserie chicken from our store that will remain unnamed. Okay. It's supposed to be seasoned already. But what was it? Lemon, rosemary, or whatever it was.
Yeah, rosemary.
Right.
Chicken. Yeah.
So it's supposed to be already seasoned. Of course, you know, whenever I get anything, you know, I have to hype it up when I bring it home. So, but I figured I wouldn't have to do too much. But what they did was they just seasoned the outside of the meat. I don't know what they did to the inside of it. Because, see, when I do anything, because I have a rotisserie here. It's called, I think it's Ron Rico, my husband. It's called Ron Rico or something like that. I haven't had it out in a long time underneath my stairs. And I probably will take it out. But I have rotisserie. Right, it does rotisserie. You can even rotisserie a small turkey in it. Something my husband saw on television and thought that we needed yet another thing in this house. But anyway, it does do good rotisserie chicken. But anytime that I'm baking chicken or a whole chicken or anything like that, I am sure to clean out the inside. Make sure I clean out the top of the neck so there's no giblets in there or any nasty looking stuff or whatever. And then I will take some olive oil and I will go inside. I massage the inside of my chicken and I take it and I put seasonings inside with my oil or with my butter. And I go all inside the chicken, all the way up the cavity into the neck. And then I will take my hand and go underneath the skin ever so slightly. And I will rub that butter mixture on the breast meat, all down the cavity of the outside. Then once I do that, then I'm hitting it all the way around with all of my seasonings, okay? Until I do that, that's not ready for me to do anything. So what happens is they don't do that. I know exactly what they do. They get these chickens, and I hope they washing them. But I try to ignore the fact that they probably don't rinse them off or do anything. They just take them out. They put them on the skewer. They got a big giant rotisserie and a big giant oven. They put them on there, and then they say lemon pepper. They shake a little bit of lemon pepper on there, a little bit of rosemary on the outside. Nothing's going on with the rent on the inside, and then they cook it. So I say this to say, when Beautiful Assistant, because I like breast meat, when Beautiful Assistant brought that thing to me, and I did what I asked her to do. She put some Casey's Blessing on it. She seasoned it up. She put it back in the oven. She heated it up. And the outside, the skin was delicious. So I had a little piece of skin too. It was very, very flavorful because she did what she had to do. But I bit the meat. The meat tasted like I had bit my arm. When you don't have any flavor on poultry, you don't season it, you might as well just take your arm and just lick it. Because that's what it tastes like. Okay? And you can't do anything about it once it's like that, other than to cut it up and put it in a salad or something like that. You can't season it after it's cooked. You cannot. It still tastes like something running around out there wild. So that was just a little hint. Season up your chicken or your turkey or your fowl or your poultry, all of it. So now I'm going to hit it with some black pepper. I don't like this little container, so we're going to have to get
I was about to put in the other one.
get this out of here. I don't like this one. Okay. I'm going to hit it with the black pepper. And I know some people are like, why are you doing all this seasoning to this meat and you're going to put a coating on it? Because, as I said, I don't want to just have a lovely tasting, crispy, tasting coating. I want to be able, if that coating falls off, it's still getting hit. Okay. Excuse me. I have to use the pepper. You know how it is. Oh, yeah. I want, if the coating falls off, that meat to be flavored too. So it's important. It's important. I don't care what nobody say. There's a reason. I'm going to tell you like this. I found I've seen people who really don't cook all that well, but they have flavor. If you're coming from somewhere where people don't really flavor up their food, and then you go and you taste somebody with a little flavor, you think they're fantastic. Okay, flavor matters. That's why we have taste buds. It matters. You can say whatever you want. It matters. So, I'm going to now do my Saison. Get that on there. Like that. And for those of you who have not watched me before, this is in a salt shaker, my special salt shaker that I got from Dollar Tree. And I use this to put any dry ingredients in that I want to sprinkle and evenly distribute. Because they sell this no salt Saison. They don't sell it in bottles, like, shaker bottles. They sell it in packets. I need to be able, I can't use a packet and get the full effect. So I open up the packets, fill this up as needed, and I use that. So I've done the Saison. Let me be careful because I don't want to get my sleeve in this.
Jerome said you can get yourself a cheesecloth stuffed with all types of herbs and seasoning, tied up and shove it up in the cavity.
Yeah, you can do that too, but I'm simple. Cheesecloth costs money. That's a special kind of cloth. I'm only going to use it if I'm shoving it up something. When my hand is attached to my body, and it's always handy, and it's free $99. But yes, you can. You sure can. See, he's like my husband. He got to have all the little bells and whistles. Okay, so now I'm doing onion powder. The onion on here, just like that. And I'll keep the top off. And beautiful assistant, if you could open this for me, because of course this is not open. You don't have the nails, so I don't want to jack up mine. Yep. Wait a minute. I was able to just have a good opening thing. Good. There you go. Lowry's is the bomb. There you go. Okay. It opened up really easy. Yes, it's good.
No,
I don't need it because I thought I was going to mess up my nail, but I put a little bit of the Lowry's on there because it's low sodium and not no sodium, so just a little. I got my garlic powder. I'm putting that on there too. Just like that. Because I can't mess these up because I got my husband over there counting the minutes, And I'm going to take my cayenne pepper. I'm not going to do a lot, but just a little kick. Just a little. Because I'm going to put some in the flour also. So I don't want it to be overly spicy. Just to step it up a bit. Okay, got that on there. And I think I got everything. Okay, so now I'm going to flip it over. And I'm going to do the same thing on the opposite side. But before I do, I'm going to show you. This is what you want it to look like on both sides. You see this? If it ain't looking like that, you ain't got the right amount on seasoning. Whatever seasoning you use. So now we flip it over. Just like that. And we're going to repeat the process. It may not be in the same order because I didn't sit here and remember which order it was. But it doesn't matter as long as you get it all in there. Okay, so I'm going to flip my little tips over because the tips will be little things I cook later, last. Okay, and I'm going to try it again. So now I need to wash my hand off because I don't want to touch my seasonings with turkey fingers. Okay. Make sure that all that stuff is off my fingers. Just like that. Okay. And when I cook stuff like this, I do use a lot of paper towels because I wash my hands a lot. So don't start in on me, my sister, about the tree. I know she over there trying to type feverishly about how the tree. Okay, so. All right, so again, Casey's Blessing. Or seasoning of your choice. They got some good seasonings out there. I think they got that slap your mama stuff and some other stuff they got. Whatever you like. Whatever you like. Because see, like I said, once I can get all the legalities and it's on the road, y'all. I'm waiting for some of the stuff to come back now, some of the legal stuff. So I can be real. And when it comes, I promise you're going to be like, you might get a bottle of this stuff. You may not want to get a bottle of nothing else, but I do use other things too. But for the most part, when we don't have this, we like, okay, we can't cook. Yeah. Really. It's like, and for real, it's like, well, we don't have any KC's, but I'm like, okay, well, and you're right, and it does take. We've gotten. I don't know if this stuff is addictive or whatever, but we've gotten so used to this until we can. It doesn't taste the same. It does not taste the same.
How did we cook before?
Exactly. I'm like, how do I live without you? Yeah.
I don't.
So that's it's the truth. So I'm gonna put this on next to Lowry's. I know I did the pepper before, but like I said, it doesn't matter as long as you get it in there. How do I ever survive? Oh, is it how do I live, or is that how do I breathe? Okay, well, how do I live? I'm making my own song. Okay, how do I live without my Casey breath? Okay. So I'm putting some pepper on here. So I just remade the song, y'all.
I mean, that's nothing new. You do that all the time.
Okay. I do not remake the song all the time.
Well, we did have a couple little extra words or something.
Onion.
Oh, wait, before you continue, Jerome said, onion powder and the voice of Cajun cook after he takes a sip of wine. Who's Cajun cook?
I don't know.
Never heard.
Who's that? That's somebody that I missed.
The Cajun?
Is that on YouTube, Jerome? Because I'll look. My no salt Sazon. You know, Jerome, you know my life. You know I don't have time to do a whole lot of things. Mm-hmm. You know, but every so often I get a free moment when I'm sitting in that chair before I start doing I call it the whiplash dance. You know, I know every now and then I do have a moment to watch things. So if you recommend it, I'm gonna take a look. Okay, garlic powder. There you go. See, I can't afford to drink a sip of wine, because I drink a sip of wine, I'll be over here, y'all be wondering what happened to her, because I'd be in another world. Okay, because I'm already sleepy, and then you want to tell me to drink some wine on. That's why I am a mocktail girl. Little bit of the cayenne pepper and that's it. Okay, so I got it seasoned on both sides. So now I'm going to take this like this, kind of put it over. You know, I got to clean off my counter because I got some residuals over here. And then I'm going to season up my flour. Ooh, this stuff is going to make me sneeze again. Okay, so for the flour, I don't put all of the seasonings in because I got a lot of stuff here, but I do put some key seasonings in that is really going to help enhance the flavor. Let me get this in the garbage. Okay, so let me move this over, kind of push my chicken back over here, because I'm letting it kind of do its air thing. Oh, I know what I do need, beautiful assistant. I need my wire.
Okay.
I need that. Now, normally, what she's about to do, I have this wire rack that she would like put cookies on or maybe a cake or whatever. But it's good when you're doing chicken and you're frying stuff, because chicken or turkey or anything that you're frying, because it allows you to let it sit on there and the oil will fall off, number one. Number two, when you're preparing it, because you want it to kind of dry a little bit, you know, when you flour it and stuff, it's really good to put it on there too before you cook it. And if you don't have that, then you do like I did before I realized I had this thing underneath here. I put it on a paper plate and let it sit. So, or a regular plate, however you want to do it. So now I have my flour. Okay, and I'm going to take my Casey's Blessing. So you can take your all-purpose seasoning or salt, a little bit of salt if you want. I'm going to hit it with a lot of Casey's Blessing. Like I said, this is nothing but spices and herbs. That's all it is. Okay, I'm going to put some Sazon in here because this has no salt. Okay, I am going to put a little bit of black pepper in there. Just a tad, not a lot. And I am going to put just when I say a little sprinkle of cayenne, just a little. Now, I would get froggy and put a little cumin in there and some curry in there, but I'm gonna take it plain and take it plain this time. But it does enhance the flavor when you try stuff. I love it. And then I'm going to do, I think I'll hit it with a little bit of garlic powder. So I did almost all of them because I need for this to be seasoned. And then I'm going to, what am I going to do? It was something else that I planned to do with this. I'm trying to think. A little pinch of salt. So I'll do a little pinch of salt, not a lot. Oh, and I know what else I'm going to do. And y'all going to think I'm crazy. But trust the process. I have some dry basil. And I'm going to sprinkle just a little bit of dry basil in here. Just a little sprinkle. To give it that little extra kick. And I'm going to take a pinch of salt. Just a pinch. So just a little sprinkle. Just like that. That's it.
He left us the information.
Oh, you did?
It
Cool.
was an old cooking show. It was he was called Cajun Cook, and he would do dishes and he would drink his wine while he's making his dishes. Cajun Cooking Show with Justin Wilson.
Okay, I'm gonna check it out, see if it's on YouTube or somewhere. I'm gonna put my paprika in. Now the paprika not only gives it flavor, but it makes it golden and delicious. So I'm gonna put that in. I'm not gonna put too much because I want it golden, not Cajun. Okay, so that's good right there. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to massage my flour so it can all incorporate, all the seasonings and stuff get inside the flour. Just like that. Yeah, I think I'm going to put a little bit, because I got a lot of flour here. I think I'm going to put a little bit more paprika in here. And, that'll be good. And just a tad bit more of my Sazon. Okay, so now I'm going to, again, massage it, mix it, get that in there, just like that. Okay, so now this is time where I'm going to get my paper plate, because I'm going to put a couple in here and coat them, and then I want them to, I guess I'll get 2 plates and let it sit while I heat up my oil. Okay. So, like I said, you can do that egg wash thing where you're dipping it in your double coat if that's what you feel like doing. Ain't that kind of party up in here. I'll do that. So, let's see. Let's take one of the large ones. I'm going to take a large one, a bigger one, and stick it in here. Put it in there. And this one here. And maybe I think I could get 3 in there. I may be able to get 3.
If we can get it.
Well, if I can't. I'll still have it already prepared. But I think I'm going to try to do 3 in there. Okay, we'll see. We'll see if we can let it fit. Okay. I got to wash it. They don't leave me even acting. Let me just wash it. Okay. Okay, so let's get it in here. Dry my little hands. Put that over here. Close this up. These are heavy. Okay. We ain't heavy. They're my brothers. Y'all know nothing about that. Or maybe you do. Okay, so I'm doing this just like that. And I'm covering it all up. And it's a mess here. It's a mess. But it's not a floury mess, so that's a good thing. The trick is going to be taking this out, putting it on the plate, and getting it from one point to the other without any flour getting on anything. That's going to be the trick. But for now, the freezer bag is doing its thing, and I'm coating all of this meat, or this chicken, this pork, this okay, I'm going to shut up. Whatever this is I'm cooking, because I'm going to call it a chicken, turkey. Exactly, till we put it in our mouths. Okay, this turkey. Okay, and I'm going to coat it really good. Okay, and then once I do it, I'm going to take it out, and here's the thing, this is going to be the key. When I take this out, I know I'm going to get some residue somewhere. I'm going to try to be careful and intentional, As I take it out, I'm shaking some of the excess off. Let me get this plate right here. Okay, one in there. I'll do the same thing with the next one. Make sure it's fully coated, shaking off the excess. Everybody has a coat. Okay, so I have 2 on here. Maybe I'll put this big one over here because he kind of big. And just like I said, when I did that, I got a little bit of flour. Flour's hanging off my hand. Okay, let me put the other one on here, and I shook that. So these are going to sit over here on the side. I'm going to clean this off. And I'm going to put the brothers in here too. Put the other 2 in here so they'll be ready. And that's just the process until you're done. Okay, so let me get that over here. Let me clean this off because it's driving me nuts. And then I'll get some oil in that pan while these sit out and the air hits them and kind of helps that flour hang tough on there. Okay, so I got flour everywhere. Okay, so the main thing is I don't want to get flour between my counter and my stove. Because you know that abyss where when you finally do pull your stove out, it has a whole grocery store back there. So that's why you need to do it at least once a month. Because you don't know what's lurking in between the counter and the stove. Okay, so let me just put this over, close this up just a little bit, because all I have left now are the tips. Okay, which are over here. Let me get this up, get all of this stuff here. Beautiful sister, if you can do me a favor, get the cooking spray and spray my pan.
Okay. I'm gonna get the olive oil one.
Why?
Because that's what we have.
Huh?
Do you get some more?
I know. We should have a whole new thing in there unless you used it.
This one. Okay.
Okay. So I might as well match the cooking spray to the kind of oil I'm using.
Okay.
Okay. So let me close this up and shake it a little because I don't want it to just sit here and puddle. Because then it's a little moist and it will get caked up on one side. I don't want to do that. So that's sitting there. She sprayed my trusty pan because you know and I know that pan has seen some days. So we got this. So this is what you want it to look like after you coat it. And then you're going to let it, so you see it's fully covered, if you can see. So we're going to put this over here so it can wait for the oil and to get hot. So let me turn it on. I'm going to turn it on, start it off on like a high, just to heat up the spray. And that's what I do. I heat up my pan first, then I put my oil in. It works better that way. Your oil heats up a little faster. You don't have to worry about scorching or anything like that or smoking if you pay attention. Now, if I get over here and start talking to y'all know it's going to smoke. So, but I'm going to try not to do that. So I'm going to try to be quiet. Okay. Got it on high here. And I need to get,
What are you looking for?
I'm going to use a fork, but I need those tongs. Okay. So I have me a trusty fork because that's how we did it back in the day. I know it was back in the day when I was cooking. I ain't know about no tongs and all this fancy stuff. We got a fork. Okay. So.
At least you stepped into the new age.
No, I don't need to step into the new age because you never know when you got to go back to the old school.
Well, you can still have the old school, but I mean,
okay, so this
hard.
That's not hard because really, if I take this and I squeeze the chicken and the coating is not ready, it's going to pull my coating off. But if I take that fork and I stick it in to lift it to see, if the worst thing's going to happen is I'm going to have a couple of holes in there and it doesn't mess up my presentation. And you know how I am about that. So, okay, you see this is starting to smoke. So I'm going to turn it down. I'm going to take it to about 7 and I'm going to take my canola oil and I'm going to put it in here. Okay, so I'm going to put this in here and I'm going to fill this up almost halfway, which is something I don't normally do when I'm frying my chicken, but the turkey wings are big, so they're going to take up more, and I don't want to have to pour more oil in because it's going to soak up some of the oil. So I'm going to take my screen, cover it. It's on a 7, so that's like a medium high. And of course, you're going to adjust your cooktop according to how things roll for you. I'm going to get these over here, and I swear it's just taking a trail of powder with it. And I thought I was being very careful, but obviously not. Okay, so I get this over here, and I'm waiting for this to heat up. I'm going to get my little itty bitty cup of water so I can do my test. Because, I use my screen and I do my water test. So I'll put a little bit of water in here. This way I can test it. Everybody has their methods. You can use a thermometer also if you want to be fancy. Like I said, I use what I got because I may not be able to get all that stuff. I do have a thermometer, but you know what? I'm just, yeah. So it's getting nice. I feel the heat. Let me just gonna give it a few minutes because I did take it down. I wanted to make sure that it's hot enough because if I put this in here and it's not hot enough, it's gonna take all that flour off, and the flour just gets stuck to the bottom. So now that I've stood for 20 minutes, I'm screaming inside. I'm going to sit down. I'm gonna sit down for un momento, okay? And I am. Yeah, exactly. I know a couple of words. Okay, that's what I don't get it twisted. Okay. However, I'm gonna drink some more of my coffee. But I do know how to sing a Spanish song.
I'm about to say, you better hit him with
no, I'm not. Just my sister was talking to me yesterday, and she was asking me if I remembered if she was as bubbly when she was young, when we were young, as she is now. My sister's very bubbly. And so she is years older than me. I was really little. I don't remember bubbly. I just remember that I wanted to follow around everywhere. But she that's her personality. She's bubbly. And I told her, that's not a bad thing. You are the life of the party, whether you want to be or not. People gravitate towards her. And when she delivers information, because she is so bubbly, people are entertained, but they are learning at the same time. And for a lot of people, I don't think that you have to be staunch and rigid in order to, teach people things or whatever, or get across to people. I think people appreciate relatability. I know I do. So you don't have to say supercalifragilisticexpialidocious and all those things. I know that you know what you know. Make it simple for me. So yeah, she needs to stay just the way she is. Don't go changing, trying to please them. Stay just the way you are. So let's see what we got. So I'm gonna do a little water test. And yeah, it's not ready. It's not even making any sound. It's not. It's a quiet book. It's not crackling. It's not complaining. It's just like sitting in the evening sun. Sitting by the. See, I make. Okay, the water had to float to the bottom to make some noise. Okay. So, but it's still not ready. What you want to hear is a rapid. That's what you want to hear. When it's like that, then it's time to put it in. Because as soon as you put at least 2 of those in, the temperature's going to start to go down. So you have to be mindful. When you first put your stuff in and your oil is clear and hasn't been seasoned yet, it's going to be different. But when I put that second batch in after I cook these and the oil is seasoned, then I'm going to have to take it down a little, because if you hit it at the same temperature that you take the other ones out, it will cook your outside really, really dark, and it's not ready on the inside. And with this, we're really going to have to be intentional. I will have to use a thermometer because, like I said, I've never fried turkey with a batter in the same dynamic that I use for chicken wings. So I want to make sure that it's cooked thoroughly, and it will be all that. Okay, so it's over here singing a song by itself. There you go. Okay, just a little more. Okay. Can you feel a brand new day? Can you feel a brand new day? See, these are all the things that are going on in my mind. If you can plug into my mind, I got like musicals and movies and all kinds of stuff going on up in here. Okay, and every now and then it'll just come out my mouth. I call it musical Tourette's. So yes. Okay, I think another minute because it's really doing this thing here now. But I want to be mindful that we're getting Bigfoot up in here, the big old chicken wing. You know, I'm seeing flashes of the Flintstones with the big giant ribs on the side of the drive-through when they got the rib there. I know you don't know who the Flintstones too, right?
Oh, we know Flintstones. Why not?
Well, you know a lot of things because you live with me, and so a lot of things, you know. So it's like you didn't know that you were being old school steadily. You didn't know. Okay, I hope you guys can hear this because this is what it should sound like. And by putting this screen on, I can drizzle this little water in here, and you can see it dancing. Okay, so I'm going to give it a shot because I think it's ready to put something in. Let me dry my hands because I don't want to take the flour off of this. And we're going to see what we can do. So I'm going to put it skin side in there first. Okay, let's put one in here. Okay, sizzle, sizzle, sizzle. And I'm going to put another one in here. I should have probably not put so much oil because it's lifting up. Okay, put another one in there. Do it that way. Trying to be careful. I don't like making messes. Okay. And let me get my fork so I can just move it over a little bit because I don't want it to get crowded. So let me move it over. Because as soon as I put it in here, then the sizzle kind of sizzles. You know, so that lets me know that it's cooking where it needs to cook. It's not too hot. And I'm going to put this other one in here. And yes, I was right. I could get 3 in here. So what we're going to do now, let me tidy this up, get some of this in here, put these together. Let me get this stuff off my stove while this is doing this thing. And let me put the screen on so it doesn't pop oil because I'm leaving it at the medium high right now because I want it to get to browning. Once it browns on one side, we're going to do the flip. We wanted to get a nice little brownness on it, a little goldenness to it. Okay, that's there. All right, so I'm going to get these out and put these on the same plate so it can get that little air dryness before we get ready to put it in there. Just like that. So this is a 12-inch skillet. I did half of it. I filled half of it with the cooking oil. So let's see what we got. Shake that off. Shake that one off. And then I'll use the rest of this for my tips. Let me get my tips in there. Okay. Because these tips, they're so big, they have a little meat on them. They sure do. And I really do like them when they're baked. They're really good. Especially when you season them up really good. I love the tips. Okay, let me wash my hands. I'm trying to be intentional. I'm keeping an eye on my pan because I don't want it to get overly brown. I want the crust to get brown enough where it's not soft. So when I get ready, because I'm going to steam it through once I brown it on both sides. And I need for the crust to be stable enough not to fall off or get stuck to the pan when I put the top on it, put the lid on it. So it's method behind the madness. Let me close this up. And shake that. Cover those nicely. They can sit over to the side. Okay, let me get all of that flour off of here. And put you over here, wipe you over here, let you sit there next to your brothers in the skillet. Don't worry, you're going to meet them soon. Don't you worry. Don't you worry about a thing. Don't you worry about a thing. Wings, chicken with turkey wings.
Okay. See, at least this time you remember.
Now I was going to call it chicken.
Yeah, but you came back with it. It's all good.
Yeah, yeah. They're going to be confused. The people who watch this later, I thought she said fried turkey wings. She keeps saying chicken.
We're going to call them turkeys.
Yeah, they're Chirkins. No, turkeys. Turkeys. Beautiful sister said, let's call them turkeys. Because they act like a chicken, but they are turkey. They look like chicken, but they are turkeys. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. Okay. So it's over here doing this thing, and you know what? It's smelling mighty nice. It's smelling mighty good over here, y'all. We may be cooking with gas. We may have to give up the chicken wings and just get one big turkey wing. Chicken wings are expensive too. And they hardly have any meat on them. Because you know what? If I get one of those big giant chicken wings and they look like they're on steroids, I get worried. I'm like, what? First of all, let's think about it. Okay, you know, wings are like two arms, right? Or arms for the chicken. So a whole chicken has two of them. They got two legs. How did they get enough chickens to make a family pack of chicken wings when there's like 10, 12 in there? Are they growing chickens with 12 arms or wings? Or, you know what I'm saying? How did they do that to just isolate it like that? I just wonder. Because see, when you had, back when I came along, there were no chicken pieces. Or if they had them, they didn't have them at the butcher. You got the whole chicken. So there'd be two wings, and those people who like the wings got that. Those people who like the legs got that. Those people who like the thighs. My mother cooked everything. So the back got fried. Everything got fried. Okay. The neck was fried. Everything.
Well, you got to consider the fact that a lot of factories, they'll cut up the chicken and give you like white meat, dark meat.
Yeah, I know.
They cut those chickens and get just the breast. They take the rest of it.
Yeah, but you're cutting one chicken at a time. So, yeah, I guess you're right. I mean, I'm not going to be cryptic and think that they over there generate
mutant chickens with 12
mutant chickens with 16 legs. And
oh, boy.
listen, they send a man to the moon. Maybe they can. Don't you often wonder why they keep sending people up there? What are they doing? They haven't brought anything back to cure anything down here. What are they actually doing? I want to know. Okay, so there's a moon rock. There is, yeah, there's this, that, and the other up there. They got this little piece of stuff. But is it doing anything for us down here? I don't know. I often wonder.
Whole time they probably got the whole base up there.
And maybe they building a world up there that we don't know about.
You don't know.
Think about it. And you got to have some money to get a ticket.
Matter of fact, I don't know if this
be like Willy Wonka, the golden ticket.
I don't know if this is true or not. I heard a while ago that they had.
There you go. We turn you down. I'm gonna turn it down. Okay, I'm listening.
They had like these special trips that you could go on. Like passengers could take trips to the moon on like these special crafts. I don't know.
Yeah, somebody, I forgot who it is. I don't know if they're taking them to the moon, but they're taking them up in space.
Yeah, I thought it was a moon.
It's not the moon. So I turned it over, y'all. I'm being careful because there's a lot of oil in here, and I don't want to splatter. So yeah. Let me turn that over. Okay, and let it brown on the other side now. And once it does that, then I'm gonna take the flame. I took the flame down a little bit because I gotta let this cook through. Because I see right now this turkey is pretty thick. We're gonna let it brown on that side, and we're gonna have to let it steam through so it can get done. Okay, so yeah, but like I was saying, I wonder about because Gayle King, you know, Oprah's best friend. She's on CBS Network on their morning show. And I think that she just went up in space for a ride or something like that. Her and several other people, you know, just for fun, I guess, like the amusement park. And yeah. So, well, I mean, you know, hey.
I just looked up information about it. Those trips be like $200,000.
Yeah, those trips are a lot of money. You know, somebody like me, I never go and I don't want to.
You pay for a house.
If I had $200,000, that wouldn't be something. I wouldn't spend it on that. Me, myself, I'd probably give it to somebody so they could buy a house. So that'd be one of the biggest bills they don't have to pay monthly. I just buy their house and they just have to pay the property taxes or whatever. And, you know, keep the upkeep. And then they'd have to worry about, you know, that portion of it. That's what I would do. You know, I mean, if I ever get to the point that I am wealthy to that point where I can help people, then I will do that. And I mean, because you know what? I mean, I don't have many things I want to do to entertain myself, and extravagant things are just not me, you know, and it doesn't matter if I have $1 million or I have $1 or half of that. That's just not who I am, so it wouldn't be in my thought pattern to go, for instance, and get a pair of Holy jeans that cost $1,000 when I can get the same Holy jeans at Walmart. It's just me. How you see them closing Walmart down for me, like they closed the stores down for Janet Jackson and Michael Jackson to go shopping in these stores, whatever. They close Walmart someplace like that down, some little store, something that, yeah. They wouldn't close a fancy Louis Vuitton or wherever, the red bottoms. Who are the red bottoms? Are they Louis Vuitton? Who are the red bottom shoes?
They might be. Let me see.
I don't think I forgot the name of those, the shoes that when you see the bottom of them, they're red.
They are Louis Vuitton.
Oh, Louis Vuitton.
Yeah, Louis Vuitton.
Okay, yeah, them. I'll probably get some paint and paint the part of my shoe red, something like that.
You'll never know.
I paint it and then put my initials in it. Because my motto is this: if my name's not on it, it ain't important. That's just me. So, yeah, so it's doing this little thing and cooking over there. I did take it down to a 5, which is medium for me, because it was on a 8, and that like I said, the paprika is going to brown it. I will tell you this: what I'm finding when you do the meat tenderizer, it really does tenderize. So what happens is I'm looking at the skin kind of drawing up because it's tender. I'm hoping that it did that for the meat, because that's going to cut down on some of the cooking time. And so I got to be real careful as I flip this, because I don't want to lose the crust part. I want it to look a certain way. I know it's going to taste good, but you know me, I'm all about the visuals. Hey, Dad, how long do you fry a turkey wing per side? Well, we're going to sit here and count. I just did. I browned it. So the first thing I'm doing, Deb, is browning it. So I browned it for about 6 minutes on the medium high when I first put it in. And it looks brown, not dark brown. When it start getting too dark, you don't want to, because you're going to be flipping it more than once. And I'll show you, I'm going to cover it so it can steam through. Because remember, this is a thick piece of meat. So it's not going to react the same way as a chicken wing will. So about 6 minutes browning, and I turned this down. So it may take maybe about 7 minutes to brown the other side. I want to make sure that each side is brown enough so when I put my top on and steam it through, your coating is going to soften. But if it's already soft and it softens, when you flip it, it's going to stay stuck to the bottom of the pan. It's going to come off. But if it's solid enough, when you brown it on both sides and then you steam it through to cook it through, then what happens is once you steam it for a bit, you take it off, you flip it over. The side that was cooking while you were steaming is still getting crisp again. You flip it again, and you do that about 3-4 times, and then you're done. You said, should you pre-boil? Oh, no. The only thing you want to do is put some meat tenderizer on it and stick it in the refrigerator 30 minutes, an hour. I did it overnight because I like to pre-prep stuff. The longer you leave it, it's going to break down the integrity of the meat. It's so to make it moist and to infuse it with moisture. And it also helps you cook things a little faster. You know what I'm saying? Once it breaks things down. So, like I said, you don't want to pre-boil it, because then you're probably going to deal with something that's tough. Really. You don't want to pre-boil it, then fry it. This is not a chicken gizzard. You don't want to do that. When you fry chicken gizzards, my best advice is to cook them first a little, then you coat them and season them, and then you fry them. That gives you the tenderness that you would get if you were stewing it, but you still get the crunch. Some people will try to fry them raw. That's a tough thing. And I'm going to tell you like this. If I meat tenderized it all night, I may try to fry them raw, because if you don't fry them right and they're raw, they get this crunchy, this, like I said, like biting your arm type texture. They'll get very hard. So you want them to have the softness, but you want to have that crunch. And if you get it like that, get some good eating. You're welcome, Deb. That's what I'm here for. I am here to give you my pearls. Okay, I'll have no jewelry left, but give you my pearls. Okay, let's see what's going on here. I'm just gonna check it. Now, see what I want to do with this, because right away when I took it down, it's like slow bopping. So I'm gonna take it back up to 7 because I want that side to get really crispy before I put the top on, because I'm gonna steam it. You get, often people will ask me, how come my fried chicken or my fried pork chops or whatever it is so tender on the inside, it's crispy on the outside. It's all about the technique of cooking. A lot of people will pan fry and just leave it open. So, it will dry certain pieces out. I never have a dry breast. I never have anything like that because I do the technique of brown on one side, brown on it when I'm pan frying, and then I will put a top on it and I steam it through. So it's getting that steam, that cook, that tenderness, and then you take it out, you brown it, flip it again, and just crisp up those sides. And then you have crispy on the outside and tender on the inside. As I made pork chops, what was it, last week? Yeah. On the Love Rhythm recipe. Those pork chops, they were pork chops, and I didn't know they were going to be that big. They must have been 2 inches thick. So they were like the pork chops that you would use, I guess, to grill. But I fried them, and they came out marvelous. They were really good, and I would do that thickness again and fry it. I really would. But it's it's an intentional fry. It really is. So, and like I said, if nothing else, it smells good because, like I said, those there seasonings. Yes, yeah, really good. I think I need to make a song. See, I would use that slogan about your fingers, but that wouldn't even do it justice. That's going to be good. It's going to be yum yum. Yeah, exactly. You said those were fried. You said fried flint. For real, weren't they big, Deb?
Big old honky.
They were huge and they were big. Listen. We could probably 4 people could probably do 2 of them. That's how big they were. Yeah, big. Yes. And they weren't that expensive, believe it or not. In the grand scheme of things, you get a steak that size, that probably cost you maybe $20. Probably $16.99 a pound, actually. Because tonight, guess what I'm doing? I told Jerome that I was going to do Peruvian chicken. But I said to myself, we do a lot of clucking here. So I was doing the turkey today. So I said, I want to make some steak with a Peruvian marinade. So the traditional Peruvian steak is like a stir fry. Strips of steak with vegetables, and they stir fry it in a wok with these marinades and some seasonings. And they put they'll fry up French fries, and then they stir fry the French fries along with it. They'll put it on that mixture on a plate, and then they have a little side of white rice. Well, no, that wasn't what I wanted to do. So, I have KCI's, my Peruvian steak recipe. I have some beautiful ribeye steaks, some beautiful New York strips, and I am marinating them in the Peruvian seasonings and marinade. But that's not all. It's going to be marinated. And if it does not rain here, guess who's going to do us this solid? My husband, the grill master, is going to take them out there and grill them. But if it rains, then I will do my thing in a pan and it will taste just as good. But it's nothing like the charcoal taste. Along with it, we're going to have some nice sides. But they have this green. I think Deb Huckabee told me about the Peruvian thing. She said, she likes Peruvian chicken. So let me check. One moment. Okay, put this over here. Let's see what we're cooking with. Okay, yeah, that's nice and crispy on that side. So I'm gonna turn it over because now I'm gonna put the top on, y'all. And the side I'm flipping that was on the bottom cooking is very crispy. So that's good because the other side wasn't as crisp. And now it'll be on the bottom. And I'm going to put, and this is a good idea to put the 3 in here because they have plenty of wiggle room because they're drawing up here. So I'm gonna put. Oh, I'm talking to you. I'm sorry. Here you go. I'm over here. So I flipped it over. So now I'm gonna take my lid and I'm gonna put it on here. Okay, and I'm gonna take it down to a 5 because I want to take the heat down just a little so it can give it time to start cooking through. And we'll see what happens. So I feel all the seasoning is like all up in my throat and everything. So we're gonna let me put a timer on here. See, this just time it.
He's flavoring your vocal cords.
Yeah, for real. So I'm gonna say 7 minutes, and I don't even think I'm gonna do 7 minutes because I'm trying to let the temperature come down. But putting this lid on here is gonna steam this through and make sure it's cooked. And excuse me, because this stuff is making my throat tickle. I'm coughing. Okay, but anyway, back to what I was saying about the stuff tonight. So they have the green sauce that Deb was talking about. And let me make sure I pronounce it correctly. They call it the green sauce, but the proper name is spelled AJI. So it's RG, something to that. You know, I went to Google and I said, Google, how do you pronounce this? And it told me last night, but I forgot. But it's spelled AJI, and it's a sauce that you make with all. So ahi. Yeah, look it up. Yeah, she's trying to tell me so I don't look like a nut bucket. But anyway, the sauce is made of cilantro and all these different things. So I said, I need a side for this. So they, like I say, they eat French fries and they mix it all up. Oh, it's ahi. It's called ahi sauce. So, see what I'm saying? I'm going to turn it down some more because it's doing this thing over here. This grease is like, I'm so excited. Let me turn it down some more. So I'm putting it on a 4. And this meat is coming out off the bone because it has been tenderized so much. So it may not look that cute because we did a lot. We left it up. I think that if you want it to look cute, just don't leave the tenderized too much. But I want to make sure I can eat it. So yes. Next time I won't have to tenderize it as much because I didn't know what it was going to do in this situation. But we'll see. Anyhow, so the green sauce, they usually make a rice, and they make a rice that they can go with it. Well, we're kind of tired of rice too. So I said, let me get me some little red potatoes, and I'm going to make this sauce up because it's a creamy sauce, and I'm going to make some Peruvian potato salad with the red potatoes and this sauce. So that's going to be one of the sides. And then I'll have all of the nice vegetables, the grilled vegetables on the side too. And that's a really nice, like spring, summer type, grilling type meal. Or even if you want to do it pan fry, whatever, it's just 2 little things or whatever. And you have your potatoes and you have your vegetables and stuff. It's very, very, if you look at the thumbnail, like I said, that's what it is. And juicy and tender and delicious and flavorful. It is spicy. So I'm not going to do all the spice they say because, man, I don't know how to eat that stuff. They got jalapeno peppers in it. They got some kind of red hot pepper in it. Then they have a sauce that is the ahi, you said? Yeah, ahi sauce, but it's called amarillo. So it's yellow. And you put that in it, in the meat to marinate. And you're sitting this stuff in here and everything is hot, hot, hot. Listen, they probably don't have taste buds in Peru because I'm telling you, I don't know how their children eat all that heat. I'm gonna take the seeds out of my jalapeno pepper. I want the flavor, but I don't want all that heat. My husband already said, please don't heat me like that. I'm not gonna heat you like that, honey. But it will be flavorful. So you might want to check it out tonight because that's going to be one thing. Then also our topic for discussion is going to be talking about May-December relationships. Can they survive? Yes, I know you like your yellow rice and fried plantains. And if I had to fry some plantains, my husband would be, as you say, his toes would be curled up and tickling. I just couldn't do rice again tonight. But yeah, when I make it again, when I make the chicken, I'm going to make the chicken. and I will do the rice. Okay. But just trying to switch it up because, like I said, I am all about comfort food, period. Whether it's from my culture or other cultures, I am finding as I am going deeper that every single culture has a chicken and rice recipe. So I'm going to be exploring these things because sometimes we just need some diversity. You know what I'm saying? And to try things. And a lot of times you may look at some things that you think, I'm not going to eat that. But if you make it yourself, you put your spin on it. You know what I'm saying? Don't negate the process, the control that you have when you cook it yourself. You make it the way you like it. I love having control. I don't like people driving my train. I don't know about you. What you laughing at? I swear, Debbie, she's laughing at me. She put an LOL in there, laughing out loud. Okay. But yeah, so it's going to be really good. But like I said, we're going to be talking about May December relationships. And if you don't know what that phrase means, that's something from long, they still call it that. When you have a big age gap in a couple, okay, how they navigate their way, their navigation style, and can it be? I know people that have been together for years and years and years, but there are different dynamics because you got to realize if you got somebody 30 years older than you, if they're 50 and you're 20 or whatever, okay, it may be equal, but at some point they're gonna be 80 and you're gonna be 50. So it's gonna be you're gonna have to may do some things, that you would be doing at 50, because you have this mate that. So, like I said, come over. We're gonna talk about it, and we're gonna have this lovely steak, and we are going to say a little prayer that it does not rain until after the show. Then it can rain. Okay, but until then, let's all say together. I say a little prayer for you forever and ever. Yes, we don't want it to rain.
Oh, we don't? Oh, well,
we don't want it to rain to after.
Okay.
Or it can rain before, but not when we, not, yeah. Okay, she's worrying about her allergies. Put a mask on, stay in the house. I need my grill master said he is willing and able to do that. So I'm not going to take it for granted, okay? Because, man, I'm going to tell you, if he grilled every single day, I'd be a happy person. Can't nobody, like I said, nobody, and not because he's mine, no one can grill as good as my grill master. And that's just it. Okay, let me go over here.
Well, that's the second side, right? How many times you want to flip it?
Okay, no, this is on the first side. So let me get it. This is the first side when I covered it. Remember?
Right, you flipped it over.
I flipped it over. I did it one side. I browned with the screen on. Right. And then I browned the other side. When I flipped the second side over, I put the top on. That was on for there for 7 minutes. Now I'm getting ready to look and see what condition the side that was down, that was up first, is looking. And then I'm going to flip it and I'm going to cover it again. Okay, so let's see what we got here. Okay, not really too bad. Let's see. Trying to be careful because I got this fork. And I will say one thing, it's got the biggest bones ever. So I'm trying to be gentle. Because like I said, this particular pan has seen its days. So there is a real hot spot on this pan. So I'm going to kind of rotate them. And let the other ones get some of that heat. But it's looking good. Okay, and I'm going to put the top on again. I'm going to do another 7 minutes and see what goes on. So time 7. And there you go. Let's see what happens. And then after that, beautiful assistant, I want you to do that thermometer thing that you do so well and see where we're at. Because if it's cooked on, once we take the top off and it's at the right temperature for for it to be cooked, then I'm just going to leave the top off and I'm going to crisp it up a little bit, take it out, put it in the next batch. And there you have it. But anyway, back to my grill master. So it's getting down to the time where every day. It's like we want some real food. I'm not just blowing smoke. I wish I could invite you all here. My husband, he don't cook a whole lot of stuff, but that grill, he has mastered the technique of cooking. I mean, everything he cooks on it, it's just like it's so well cooked. And it's not, I know you go to some barbecues and they barbecue or cook or whatever, and the hot dogs all dark and crispy burnt looking, and the hamburgers are overcooked. Everything is got, it look like they put the piece of charcoal on it. I can't, you have to see it. So if he can do this tonight, you will see what I'm saying. And this is why I say I made a last year, I made a short showing him out there grilling. I think it was shish kebab he was grilling. And hot. I did the first one. No, the first one I did because I was advertising my grill master, and he did, I think he was flipping burgers or whatever it was he did, but everything was just so beautiful. And so I put the song Summertime from Will Smith to the little short. Y'all got to see it. Then I got another one. Is that grilling also where I did Flowetry? All you got to do is say yes. That's all you just have to say yes. You can't deny it. You just can't. So I'm hoping that we can do this live. Cause all he got to do is say, you want to go? Yes. He can't even get the word grill out. You want to go? It could be 10 degrees outside. If you're willing to stand out there, I'm not going to say no. Like between, my prep and his technique. Listen, I'm just saying.
Team effort,
Yeah, it's really good. It's really good.
And you drinking all your coffee.
I am drinking all my coffee. I am a little more than half. I'm doing really good. Yeah. So that's what's happening over on the other side tonight. So, I'm going to be busy, really busy. Okay, busy. Because last week's conversation it was going on. It sure was. It was going on. So it's fun. It's fun. I can't wait until people really get it, what's happening. And I'm really thinking, y'all, I'm thinking about next week, doing some filming on the weekend and not doing live just this one weekend. I haven't done a long form video since last year, September, because I've been so addicted to these. I'm so addicted to y'all. I just can't quit y'all. Okay. And I need to make some long form videos for the other people who have my subscribers who that's what they do. And for you guys to see too. So I may do that next weekend. And it's going to be hard because I really am. I thought about it. I said, I just really don't want to miss seeing my friends, but we'll see what happens. It depends on how my week goes. My week was quite hectic. It always is. The day that I can just devote all of everything to you guys and to my network, to my company, because I found out, guess what I found out when I went to fill out for my LLC? I am Flavor House Network. I am an online media business, okay, that streams through a YouTube channel and provides 3 wonderful cooking shows and building a network, as well as merchandise, because I will be selling some merch and my personal spice blend. So I'm big. I'm more than just a YouTube channel. I'm going to be a conglomerate right here from my kitchen table. Yes, I am. So I had to write this mission statement and do an operating agreement and all this good stuff like that. There, I am going to be official soon. It's like, it's so mind-boggling because as a creative person, it's like you just want to make it happen. You know what I'm saying? You just don't want to have to do all other stuff. But I will advise anybody who is pursuing entrepreneurship to really get educated on that business side, and you can let other people do it, but you always want to be involved in the mix and understand what they are doing for you, to you, and at you. Okay? Because at the end of the day, they're coming for you. They don't want to hear that John Smith, the whoever didn't pay your taxes or whatever. They're coming for you. So you need to know, and ignorance is not any excuse of the law. So some things I know we're very, very geared towards people servicing us, but sometimes we need to use our head and service ourselves. So at 26, I'm having to learn a whole lot of things that I might not want to know, but that's the power for the course. You see what I'm saying? So it's all worth it in the end. It is all worth it in the end because, like I said, my end game is to, and I'm gonna work until I'm an egg again. I would like to do something that I really enjoy, that I feel is meaningful and can just touch a little bit of somebody. That's all. I think that's what is my destiny at this point. So I just keep on moving forward and I never say die. Okay, so we got 33 seconds on that. We're going to check that. I tell you, I can't wait until I can afford to get some copyright permission, and then we can have some real music up in here. It's so inspiring. Some songs, when you're doing stuff, like I said, my mantra since January 1st, when I heard that song, and I know it's an old song, and I've heard it before, but I never really listened to it because I needed to hear those words. And I have a short about that too, and it has all these inspirational words on it. All the stuff is on my channel. When you get a chance, take a look. But it just really, when I'm feeling really defeated or tired or whatever, I listen to that song and it takes me and gives me inspiration. Yes, I know the timer. I'm going. Okay, let's turn over here. Okay, so let me turn that off. Let me get my fork. Let's lift up. Put that over here. All right. So, and see, just like I said, the top of this is soft now. Come on, beautiful assistant. I want you to check this out and tell me what the temperature is. Because I'm flipping now, y'all. I'm flipping. Look at that. They just look like big, giant, prehistoric, real chicken wings. But they're big, giant, prehistoric. They're turkeys. They're turkeys. No, I didn't. But I'm gonna have beautiful assistant. I'm just getting up. Got a little bit of grease came off of there, or not even grease, a little bit of condensation when I lifted that top. Boy, if this does what we want it to do, y'all, pull out the hot sauce. Let's get some wings going. Big old wings.
It's 199 degrees.
And is
that's
that
higher than any. The highest to go up to is only 65.
Okay, hit the other ones. Okay, so we have gotten these cooked. We gonna crisp them up, and we're gonna get them over there, and we're gonna get the next batch in.
Yeah, over 200 degrees.
Okay, they ready. Beautiful. So we're gonna leave this off, as you see, because inside temperature is good. Okay, and so we got it down. I'm gonna take it up to 5 because I wanted to crisp that side. I'm going to leave it like this open. Let me put my screen on so it doesn't splatter. Let me get this over here. And this is what I was talking about, y'all. If you have a cookie sheet or something like that, I don't even know where this came from, this wire thing. Probably something that the grill master have because he has all kinds of things. And I found it in the cabinet. And I said, okay, this will be good. So what I will do is I will take that turkey and I'll take it and put it on here. So all of the oil, excess oil, like normally I would put it on a paper towel and let it absorb. But really you're still getting more oil. You're getting less oil because the oil is going to drip off of that. It's going to keep it crisp and not get soggy by sitting flat on something because it's, aerated. Put a little foil there. I have my trusty cookie sheet I've had since I was 25, and just last year when I was 25. Now I'm using the real 25. But anyway, I will do that. So let me just wipe this up. And I just took it up to 5. I'm going to take it up higher because then I got to get that heat. I'm taking it to 7 because I wanted to hurry up and crisp. And then when I put that other meat in, like I said, we got to be mindful because now this oil has been seasoned with the first seasonings from the first set of turkey wings.
So here's my question. Are we gonna all have one, or we gonna split one? Me, we probably split one.
Okay, well, beautiful sister and I are gonna split a turkey. Of course, you know, my grill master, he probably want to eat the whole. Yeah, I tried to share with him that pork chop. You know how much I had to hobble. I had to do my rendition of running away because he was like, okay, yeah, he wasn't trying to share.
I forgot.
What did he tell me? No, what did he say? Love don't live here anymore. I'm like, huh? Because he wanted the whole pork chop. Go figure. Now, so I know if we stranded on the island, he'll be over there, and I'm like, what you eating? What do you mean? He found one little piece of a grape somewhere. He over there eating it. He not trying to share. I'm over there eating the bark on a tree and trying to season it so it can taste good for him. I tell you. I meant to put this timer on. I want to see, but so let me do 4 minutes. So I really do want the heat to go up because it needs to be prepared for the next batch. I don't want to go too high because you get all the little drippings and it's not bad because that seasoned oil just helps the flavor. But like I said, visual. I remember my grandmother, chicken grease, just like how I say bacon grease. She get that chicken grease and she saved it because she didn't eat pork. Well, she used to a long time ago, but as she grew older, she didn't eat pork. So she would season her stuff with the chicken fat. It was delicious. And she saved her chicken fat and skim like the little, crispies or whatever. If she's fried chicken or whatever, skim it off and just have the chicken fat in her. She had like these little cute little tins that she would have her chicken fat in. And she would season her vegetables and shoot, you cook some more chicken up in there too. The only thing you didn't want to use again, I didn't like if people fried fish, and then they fried it. Unless you're going to fry some fish in there, you may get a second fry out of it if your oil is just seasoned and you do it right away. But frying chicken and fish grease, nah, and I've seen people do that. And yeah, it just tastes like fishy chicken to me. Okay, let's see what we got hitting on here. We got 2 minutes and 31 seconds. I just want to make sure that this side that was soft is crisp. Because I know it's already done. Oh yeah, that's nice. Okay, I'm gonna turn this over. See, there's so much oil in here. I don't want the oil to splatter. Okay, I think yeah. Now I will tell you this though, yeah, it did. The meat tenderizer tenderized so well until yes, some of the meat did draw up off the bone, but the part that didn't draw up is nice and brown and beautiful, and yeah. So I'm gonna get this out of here if I can make it work. I'm gonna turn it down just a little because I see it's getting a little bit too hot, and then I'm going to yeah, that's good. Okay, so can you guys see? You can't see. No. Okay, well, let me come over here. Let me turn this.
They look good though.
Okay, so let me move this out the way. And then move me. So you can see, I know you can see the brown from there. Okay, I'm pulling it out, shaking off a little bit of that oil. Okay, putting it over here. Doing the same thing with this one. Yeah, they are done. Shaking that oil off. Putting it over here. Okay, and the same thing for the brother. Putting it over there. Okay, now I'm going to put my other two in and get them going. I did turn the heat down. Now at this point, there is a lot of drippings and from the flour and stuff in there, so I have to be very, very careful because what will happen is, like I said, all of that will get stuck to it, number one, or it'll get really brown fast and it's not going to be cooked on the inside. So let's see what we got going on here with this. Let me take it up to 6. I don't want to take it too much. I want to put these in. Yeah, still got a little bit of sizzle. Sizzle, fizzle. Okay, got that in there. Okay, perfect. So it's still doing a nice little sizzle. Let me get this off. Let me get my fork and move it because they got a lot of room in here. Okay. I don't want to do too much movement because I don't want to take my flour off. I'm going to take it down to 5 because I see it's pretty hot. I'm going to put this on here. And now I'm going to get my tips out and have them on there waiting. Yeah, because that's pretty hot. That is pretty hot. And what's going to happen is it's going to brown fast. Let me take it down to a 4. Okay, let me just get this flour off my hands so I can get the little tips up in there. And you shake them up because they've been sitting here just waiting patiently. Like, did you forget us? No, I didn't forget you. This will be probably what I'll end up eating. They'll probably eat up the meat. This will be my little snack. Okay, get y'all nice in here. How many of y'all in here? I think it's maybe 5 of them in here. Yep, exactly 5. Okay. Take those out, put them on here. So now I got this over here, and let me clean my hands. Okay. So get it nice and clean there. I'm trying to think, did I bring this fork? Do you have another fork in the sink, or is that my fork from over there?
It's probably just that I didn't use the fork.
Okay. I don't know how I ended up with it in the sink, y'all. Sometimes I'm so busy cleaning up behind myself, I clean up and don't realize that I cleaned up something I need to not clean yet. I'm an automatic. Okay. So, and it is a second fork, so you're wrong.
Oh, well.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know who fork it is.
Mm-hmm.
You said it wasn't mine.
Yeah. You had to have had it because I didn't do anything.
Or maybe you had more than one fork.
No, I only have one fork. One fork.
The magic fork.
No, yeah. Don't you see? They try to make me think that I'm losing my mind. Okay, up in here. Y'all gonna make me lose my mind up in here. No. I tell you, there's a song for everything.
You wonder why I be singing everything.
For everything. I'm gonna toss the rest of this flour away because I don't have anything else to do to cook, and we're not gonna have old chicken flour sitting around here unless I have more to cook. Usually, when I cook regular turkey wings or old turkey flour, any kind of poultry flour sitting around, but usually when I cook turkey wings or chicken wings, when I fry them, I have to fry at least 50 of them, so that flour wouldn't even be left at all. So don't worry, I don't go around wasting good stuff. It's just that I don't have 50 turkey wings. I would probably have 50 turkey wings would probably be a mortgage payment or something.
Oh,
for real. As much as they cost. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to let you guys see what we're working with. Okay, I'm trying to let you see anyway. So, okay, do you guys see? Can you see?
Ooh, yes.
This is the product. This is the finished product of the turkey wings. Okay? Look good, don't they? Smell good too. Yum, yum. So, what I'm going to do, I'm not going to put y'all through the pain of having to wait for these next batch. They big. I'm going to plate this puppy up and let them come taste it. And y'all sit over there and think about, let's run on down there and get some turkey wings and cook them. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. How about that? Okay,
I'm gonna go call in the
let's no, because you gotta get the plate so we can plate it up. Now, beautiful assistant made this lovely. I told you we're gonna do some salads. She made a lovely tricolored pasta salad to accompany these fried turkey wings. So, me think of it's going to be a good meal. What do you think of? Okay. And while she does that, I told you guys I was going to tell y'all about some quick and easy desserts.
You want me to make the plates, you said?
Okay, you can take the plates. I don't want to forget because I did say that I was going to tell them about the quick and easy desserts. So, some quick and easy desserts that you might want to do. You know, they're fast to fix for a sweet craving. I got sugar bears in this house. I do. So every now and then I will make some desserts. You know, if you have a last minute guest, you know, when you want something new and sweet for now. So simple ingredients you probably already have in your house. So one of the favorites that I found was a no-bake cheesecake. You can just chill and serve. That's one thing. Microwave mug cakes. I think Beautiful Sister made that before. Okay, done in 5 minutes. Fruit crisp, just fruit, sugar, oats, and butter. Never had that before. Chocolate dipped fruit. Okay, classy but very easy. You get the dipping chocolate at the store. Okay, ice cream sandwiches. You use cookies and store-bought ice cream. Or you can bake like those Pillsbury poppin' fresh cookies. Pudding parfaits. You layer the pudding, whipped cream, and cookies or fruit. Okay, and they have pro tips. Some of this stuff are pantry staples. Like I always got some box cake mix in there. Instant pudding I got in there. I sure do. I got chocolate chips, and I don't have canned fruit, but I have fruit in the little cups. Okay, you can use store-bought shortcuts when needed. No shame in the game because it's homemade because you made it where? At home. And garnish it, put it in a nice little dish or something. Voila. Let me let nobody tell you got to be going through all that effort. Let me go over here and check this.
So what's the total cook time? About 20 minutes?
Yeah, about 20 minutes.
How many on each side?
Okay, like I said, 7 and 7. Then you cover for about 5 to 7 minutes. But see, it depends on how big they are and how many you do. So I'm going to say a total time with prep and everything will probably be about 30 minutes. So 7 on one side, 6 or 7 on one side. You want to judge according to the color that you're seeing. Like I said, you want it to get as crisp as you can on both sides before you put the lid on and steam. So you're steaming about 5 minutes per flip. So your initial let me turn, wait a minute, Dad. Because I don't want this part to it's getting brown already, and it is on low. Because it has that seasoned oil in it. Okay, let me just turn this over. Because I don't want it to get overly brown. Okay, all right. Because see, this is what I said, this stuff will come right off if it's not hot enough. So I'm going to turn it up a little bit because that heat is not hot enough. I got it on 3. I'm going to take it back to 5. Anyway, so if you're doing 2 turkey wings or whatever, you don't have to put as much oil in this. You don't want to do half, probably 3/4. Then I would brown it on one side. You want it to look golden, almost like it's done. Okay. So that would be anywhere from 5 to 7 minutes, depending on how big your chicken wings are. So you have to watch it. You're looking at color and texture. It needs to be crispy when you hit that first side. Then you flip it over, no top. You put your screen on, or however you want to do it. If you want to have it open face, if that you don't care about the grease or whatever everywhere. And you brown it on the opposite side for the same amount of time. You want to make sure that color is looking golden. Once you have both sides brown, then and only then do you take your top and put it on securely. Now, you will probably want to turn your heat down just a tad, but you know how your stove works. When it is covered, you want to steam it through for about 6 or 7 minutes while it is firming up on the opposite side. So that's going to get real crispy. You want to be careful. You do not want to burn it while you're steaming. Then once it's steamed through for about 5.5, 6 minutes, you flip it over. You look at it. That side is nice and crispy. So you know you're going to put your top on again. And you're going to put your top on for another 5 to 7 minutes. Okay, let it steam through. When you take it off this time, now mind you, you already got that one you did on that side really crispy. That top side is going to be a little softer. So at this point, you want to take your thermometer or your fork. If your fork can go through that meat and you lift a little piece of that meat and it comes away from the bone easily, 9 times out of 10 it's cooked if you don't have a thermometer. But I suggest investing in one because they're not that expensive. You put your thermometer in, don't hit the bone. The temperature was supposed to be for what? The turkey?
165.
So 165 is cooked to be done so you don't get sick. But I usually take it just a little bit more because I like my food well done. And if it's that way, now you know that side that's flipping, you don't have to flip it again to cover it. If it's not done, you flip it again, put your top back on for a third time. If it is done on the inside, you finish browning on that side, on the side that's bottom down in the oil. You flip it over, you firm up that top side that has gotten a little soft from the steaming. And once you firm it up, take it out, drain it, and wherever you want to drain it and eat. So yeah. Okay, so now, can see this took off some of my, a little of my coating because it wasn't hot enough. But no matter, because this is for those people who don't care what it looks like. Okay, so in any case, okay, y'all. So I'm gonna get over here and I'm gonna plate up these plates and let them taste it. Do that little taste thing. How about that? But it's very, very easy to do. I think it's a hit. You don't have to worry about getting a lot of chicken wings and stuff to fulfill your needs. I don't know why we got 4 plates, because like I said, you and I gonna share. Well, I guess so. I'm not really, we're not gonna eat that much. More so, Grill Master and Corey. Okay, so let me get a spoon from over here and rinse that off. Dry it off so I can spoon up. Beautiful assistance, beautiful pasta salad. And so we're going to tell you how to make. We're going to do a salad day or maybe a couple of weeks of salads, different salads. I'm just going to hit her salad with a little bit of paprika for pretty. Okay, and I'm going to dip that up. Oh, and it's really nice because it's been chilling. So it's really cute. Okay, I'm going to dip that up, stick that over there. Put a little bit on here. Now, this pasta salad is really great because you can put chicken in it, you can put seafood in it, you can eat it alone, you can put tuna in it. There's a lot of things you can put in it and make a whole complete little light summer meal. Yeah. And it's easy to make and it's not expensive, not at all. Let me get that over here. All right. Oh, yeah, you can call them down.
All right, now I'm moving.
Okay. Get that on here, just like that. All right, so I think that's enough. Yeah. If they want some more, guess what? They get it themselves. Put that on there. We're just trying to make it look real picturesque, y'all. Okay. Get that. A little bit more for this one. Okay. Put this in here. Put the lid on. And let me check my turkey. What the beautiful sister call it? Turkey. Okay, yeah, that's doing nicely. It's cooking nice and slow and intentional. Let me get my little garnish, y'all. Okay, what I got? Do I have? And I need. And where is it? I have all kinds of stuff here. Oh, there it is. Some chopped parsley, just to garnish. Okay. I did good today, y'all. I stood up quite a bit. Only took a month. Then we'll put a little bit of that on here. And on there. And on here. And there. That's just teeny tiny. Okay. And let me get somebody. I'll do these people. I'll give them their whole turkey wings. Okay. Okay. And I guess you and I can have this one. Let's put it.
They're on the wing.
Okay. And then you can come over here and break ours up and put it on our plate.
Can I break it in half?
Yeah.
All right. Cool. You got a little knife.
It's in this. The little one is in the sink.
All right.
Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna show y'all because I'm not gonna stand here while they taking forever. They act like they don't want to eat.
Slow.
Okay. So this is the finished product, y'all. If you can see. Okay. Nice, beautiful turkey wing. Nice and big. Here's beautiful assistance. I got it on the. It's so funny. It's showing on the opposite side. Let me turn her around. Okay, I want you to see the salad. So how do I do this? Okay, there you go. You see her salad right there? Really nice pasta salad. Nice turkey wing. And I'm waiting for somebody to come to taste it. Okay, like I said. Okay, here comes. He's singing songs now. Okay.
Sealed, delivered. I'm yours.
Whatever. All right, so here you go. This is the grill master getting his.
Smells good and look good,
Okay.
darling. Oh.
Okay, and
This is
I'm
my
waiting.
first time eating the fried
Yeah, this is his
turkey.
first time. This is all of our first time eating a fried turkey wing like this. Okay, really fried turkey. I really, haven't done fried turkey. I do turkey my traditional way.
Right.
But let me check this. I'm checking on my wing things over here.
Oh man, baby, this pasta salad is off the fajita.
Okay, that's
Okay,
beautiful
this our plate
assistant.
right here.
Mm.
Okay, so
That's
now-
why I need a nice cold salad. That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Okay, taste the turkey.
Mm.
Okay, put my top on there.
Nice tasty goodness.
Mm.
All right, ready for the taste.
You need hot sauce?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
No. Mm-mm.
I'm gonna take a little bit of like hot sauce on my turkey.
Okay. I don't know all my sauce. This is only here. So it's only have two.
Yep.
Okay. All right. I don't need all of that over me.
How many do you need?
Well, which one's mine? It should be the smallest one.
That one.
Okay, smallest.
Oh,
Okay.
baby, that's just a new game changer
Here
right
you
here.
go. This is for Corey.
Thank you.
What do you think?
Let's find out. I'm gonna get me a
That's a
little
game
bit of hot
changer
sauce.
right there.
Okay, so in layman's terms, other than game changer, what do you think about a fried turkey wing in the style of a chicken wing?
Oh man, this is delicious. I mean, this is the first time I've ever tasted this, honey, and I'm very pleased with it.
Okay, is it tender? Is it dry? Does
Oh, it's juicy. Actually, it's juicy and crispy and all that.
Okay.
Mm.
Grill Master says it's juicy, it's crispy, and all that.
Mm.
Well, I'm sure you could grill a turkey wing, okay, but you definitely want to marinate it, and you probably want to do indirect. See, that's the Grill Master's expertise. He does a lot of indirect grilling, so you get the flavor. But when you have things like that need to cook a longer time, he does an indirect grilling. So that would be his expertise.
Look at the inside. I had to cut it open.
Mm.
Look
Okay,
at
so the
that.
total
That's
cook
beautiful.
time in minutes, Deborah, okay, would be approximately 30 minutes. You should have been taking notes. We were sitting here doing it. Okay, yeah, about 30 minutes.
That's delicious.
Minus all the Casey talk and the stopping and stuff. So yeah, about 30 minutes, 35, depending on. Okay, I'm sorry. She's trying to give her opinion, and
I'm
I'm
letting the flavors marinate.
okay.
Mm.
That's good. So it is very tender. It's juicy. I can see why we're calling it a churkin. Because it could be
I thought it was a turkey.
churkin.
No, I thought it's turkey.
Turkey. Oh, turkey.
She
Okay.
said turkey.
I did. My bad. Yeah, turkey. It has a very, very delicious flavor. It is kind of reminiscent of chicken, but you can tell that it's turkey. But it's not dry like turkey normally is. It's very, very good.
It's not dry at all. It's actually like it's very moist. I thought it was just a really big chicken. Like,
Me too.
Okay, if you think that's a that's the big,
it's
that
like
chicken would probably sit down and have dinner with you if it was that big. I'd be afraid of that chicken.
I mean, it could have been a really big chicken.
Oh, nah.
That's delicious.
Yeah.
And I love how like the pasta salad itself is like it's kind of like very refreshing. Yeah. Like
very refreshing.
Kind of like almost like a palate cleanser, if you would.
Okay, so what you guys do? A fried turkey. That's what we should call it. That would have got them looking. What is a turkey? Okay, so let me see. I'm gonna try the turkey, fried turkey, and see what that's hitting on. Okay.
That's delicious, baby.
I'm just gonna take a little bit of. Yeah, it's definitely crunchy. And it does have. I think I got a piece of bone. Let me get the bone. And I'm about to break my teeth on a piece of bone. Because the bones are flavorful. I need a tissue. I got some. Thank you. I was sitting there eating the bone, child. The bone was flavorful. Okay, yeah, I like that. That's nice.
Well seasoned. Very well seasoned.
It does, like she said. You know, it's not chicken, but it's so reminiscent of it. It's like, but it doesn't taste like your Thanksgiving turkey. Okay, go. All right.
It's like a chicken wing, but so much meatier.
Eating on it. You know I can't talk.
It's a real mukbang now.
That's good. That's good. Interesting.
Very.
Let me taste some of this palate cleanser. This. Very good. I'm sorry, I'm being rude. My mouth is so full. This is delicious. It's good. It passes the test. So I'm gonna grab me a little hot sauce because I like hot sauce in my stuff. This is really good. I like the fact that it's definitely done. If you look at it, how it's just put. I've shared mine so beautiful. But you see how the meat just comes off the bone, just like that. It's not. You're not fighting with it. This is how you know that your poultry is done when you fry it. When you can just pull it off like that. Have you ever had a chicken wing and you're fighting to pull? This just coming right off. Okay, so it passed the test. I'll do it again. Yes, I would. Next time with some mac and cheese and some collard.
Oh boy.
Yeah, one of those things like that. Let me go up here and check this, and I'll be right with you. Yeah, put that over the table. Yeah, like this. Turn this down just a little because I want to cook that. Okay, so hey, there you have it. Some good eating. Something different. Listen, I'm wiggling my toes, my ears. You can't see it. See, inside me is doing a jig because I can't do it for real. Okay, this is delicious. It's a nice little change for a lunch. A little breakfast lunch. That's pretty much what we do around here on Saturday because we do shows. However, I am so surprised that the inside meat is not dry. Anyway, if you like this live, well, you know what you need to do. You need to hit the like button. All y'all out there, when you rewatch, please hit the like button. And if you're not subscribed, do that too. So you can be part of the family. For those of you who are subscribed, and once you get subscribed, always turn your notifications on. If you don't turn them on for anybody else, turn them on for this here show. That way, you will always know when I'm coming up with one of these Mad Hatter concoctions. Okay? Because it's all up here. I keep telling y'all. That one little part, those 3 brain cells, the one that comes here and gives it all to you and says, I got so much more to show you. Yeah. You want to come on back over here next week. I'll let you guys know whether I decide to film next week or to be live. 9 times out of 10, I'll try to do both. Anyway, head on over to the Love Rhythm Recipe. Flavor House got it all. Flavor House Network got a little bit for everybody. Okay? And we're going to have a whole lot more coming at you. Come out here tonight, see about that Peruvian steak, and maybe, just maybe, the grill master will hit you up with his techniques. Oh, baby. But until next time, you know what I wish you. I wish you love, peace, and Flavor House Network wishes you some great weekend eats. I'm going to see y'all next time. Bye-bye. I'm going to eat this. Oh, yeah. I can't wait because I'm going to eat it all.